It's a commercial break there. Augment T. Scods. Yeah, no, it's T. Scods is the Packers fan. Wait 1 sec. We are live on YouTube as well here. Welcome to our YouTube audience here on Langert the Mike and Mike Langer here on Colorcast. Obviously, if you're on your YouTube and we're joining us for the previous AFC Championship game between the Bengals and the Chiefs, be sure to join us on Colorcast. Get the Colorcast app and tune in on Colorcast to this live stream of the San Francisco 49ers and the LA Rams. And it was a great, another phenomenal game last time between the Bengals and the Rams. Darn it. Between the Bengals and the Chiefs. Bengals and the Chiefs. So for the fifth playoff game in a row, it came down to the last play of the game, the final play of the game. So will that be 6 in this one, the NFC Championship game? We will find out. But either way, again, I'm cheering for the Rams. I want the Rams all the way to win. I want Matthew Stafford to win his first Super Bowl. I want Sean McVay to win his first Super Bowl. I want the Rams to be I want after the Bucks having become the first team to win the championship on home turf ever in the Super Bowl era. I want the Rams to be the second team and to do it back-to-back years. Exactly. So a lot of reasons why I want the Rams to win in this one. And also just because as a Cowboys fan, I just don't really like the 49ers that much. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly, and it's hard to beat a team 3 times a year, as Beham is saying, and they're kind of biased again as the neighbors of Taylor Rapp. So we'll be cheering for Taylor Rapp and the Rams in this one. Although Taylor Rapp, I don't think is back from his concussion yet. Let's see, he is inactive among Rams inactive, so that's unfortunate. Hopefully for your sake, there, Beham, you get to see your neighbor perform in the Super Bowl. That would be really, really cool.
Welcome to the NFC Championship game presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. About to kick it off.
We're about. I don't have Aaron, and now she's just gone the screen for me. So we're about to kick off the NFC Championship. There's a lot of red in the stands, as probably expected. A lot of 49ers fans in attendance. SF could win. They are dangerous indeed. Beham too. But I'm right with you. I'm hoping the Rams could just figure out what their issues were against the 49ers and just tell the world, like, you know what? We're at home. We have a chance to play at home, the Super Bowl at home, and we're not going to mess around this time. They might have gotten a little too complacent in that last game against the 49ers, which allowed the 49ers to make the playoffs. But I just think the Rams, now that it's a championship game and they've have this losing streak against them, I think that's going to give them a little extra motivation to really shut down the 49ers and really make them irrelevant in this game. Honestly, we welcome in Emmy to the cast as well. So I'm excited for this is a game I've been looking forward to all week, because again, I'm just cheering for the Rams and I want to see the Rams get that Super Bowl at home, and for Stafford and for McVay to get their Super Bowls and all that. And like you said, Ryan, for their fans, because also they traded for Von Miller. They brought in Odell Beckham. They traded for Matt Stafford. So they are literally all in, as we have Michael Buffer to kick us off with the "Let's get ready to rumble." And we're about to kick off the NFC Championship as Robbie Gould will kick it off into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams will start at the 25-yard line. Maybe that is an accurate stat, that 99% of games start with a touchback, Ryan. By the way, if you're on YouTube, Ryan will be joining us in a little bit. And if you're just watching me talk to myself, then join us on Colorcast if you're on YouTube. But the Rams and Matt Stafford will start from their own 25. No worries. You do what you got to do. Take your time. But right now we have the Rams and Matt Stafford starting from their own 25. Their first offensive possession. They're getting the ball first. Stafford from under center will do a quick screen out to Odell Beckham, who has a bit of space for a gain of about 4 for being tackled by Thomas, the defensive back. I think Ryan, is just setting up here. So that's the first down play setting up a second and medium for the Rams. As we look at Stafford's numbers here in the postseason, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Very impressive showing by Stafford in the playoffs thus far. Now on second down, Stafford quick out to the right side, caught by by Van Jefferson, just a little shy of the line to gain. So that'll set up a third and about 2 or 3. It didn't matter for the Chiefs and the Packers. So anyway, yeah. Third and 3 right now for the Rams. Stafford looking left, looking over the middle. Nothing there. Throws over the middle. It is dropped by Odell Beckham. Might have been thrown a little bit behind him. So the Rams go 3 and out on their first possession. We got a fake punt. Hecker. No, wait. Trickery. You tricked me. You tricked me with the trickery. But either way, the return is at the 10 and at the 20 by Jennings before going out at the 25. You tricked me into the trickery. What the heck was that? Or Travis Benjamin. I did not quite see that. I was looking at the YouTube as we welcome in user NTG Sports, just making sure everything was rolling properly. But no, those you got me thinking it was a fake punt for a second there. But either way, it's all good. It's all good. So Niners, their first drive at their own 20-yard line. Garoppolo in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Deebo Samuel because, of course, but the Rams are all over that one, blowing him up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Deebo Samuel. And how well can they hold up? Samuel again in the backfield now with Juszczyk.
And Samuel will look to move that object as he cuts upfield for a gain of about 3. But Aaron Donald and the Rams are once again there to stuff him. The ball comes out after, but well after Deebo Samuel was down by contact.
There may be times, like we saw last week.
We might see a punt. We might see a punt fest early on like the last game, or the start of last game. So 3rd and 7, Garoppolo throws it deep over the middle. It is overthrown to Kittle. Kittle was open, but Garoppolo overthrew him. Incomplete, falling harmlessly to the ground. 4th and 7 coming up for the Niners. They'll punt. And Kittle might have gone to the house there. If that's a good throw, then Kittle might go to the house there. There's a fair catch that was interesting by Powell with a special teamer right in his face. Oh, yeah. Welcome in. By the way, welcome in Happy Place and the other silver lining, Brandon Silver. So we'll welcome you guys in to the chat here as again, I think Ryan is still eating his food right now. And oh, there he is. I'll add you to the stream.
Page, man.
Go. Okay, there we go.
Hey.
On YouTube as well, being my co-host on Colorcast. So if you're on YouTube, then at least you don't see me talking to myself anymore, which is really good. But again, if you are on YouTube and can join on Colorcast, then you're highly encouraged to do so.
Yeah, and thank you all for coming back to the stream. We already have over half of our viewer base back, and again, we appreciate it. I know it's we usually lose a lot of people coming from stream to stream, and it really sucks. Something the platform should probably work on is being able to switch the game without actually losing all your having to close down the cast.
Or maybe the NFL should work on giving us more breathing room between one game to the other, because what if that game goes to double overtime?
That too, Mike. But what I'm saying is that it would be nice if the app was able to let us change what games we're casting in the middle of it, so that way we don't have to switch over and have everybody rejoin the cast kind of thing.
No, for sure. We'll speak with that with our technical staff. But yeah,
I wanted to say I'm going to give you my little conspiracy theory. Something wrong because I didn't get to saw this pregame because we had no time. Something went wrong with Mahomes at halftime. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he went to the locker room, got a big fight with the coach. I don't know if he got text from his wife. Sorry,
Ryan. If I may throw it in there, remember Mecole Hardman and Tyreek Hill were fighting.
It's true. That's a good point. Something went wrong. Something weird happened in that Kansas City locker room. I don't know what. I don't know what triggered it. I don't know what occurred. But my bold prediction is we're going to hear that there was some stuff that went down in that locker room, because that team that came out was a different football team. Mahomes did not seem to be mentally in the game, and that's not something we've usually seen. He's not a guy that gets shaken that easily. And so the fact that he came out and played that horribly and seemed to be making mental error after mental error makes me think that his mind wasn't in the game because something happened. Something at halftime happened. I don't know what. But maybe we'll find out. Maybe I'm wrong. Regardless, we got a new football game to talk about. I just wanted to quickly say that before we got into it.
Yeah, and I'm just happy that I could see the full score, the full graphic of the score card on my screen, as opposed to the last game with CBS, but now it's clear with Fox. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. Either way, first and 10 for the Rams. It hands it off to Michelle, who has a nice goal over the left side.
Akers.
Every time. Cam Akers gets a gain of about 3 on first down.
It's okay. And yeah, I think both teams obviously want to establish the run, but both teams are going to struggle to establish the run. And I know that LA more than other teams is so big on play action, but so is San Francisco. So
San Francisco, I'd argue, is bigger than LA on play action. So they rely on it more.
I don't expect a lot of success on running the ball from either team here. Not because the rushing games are bad. Well, even though they're not hasn't been the best all season, but they've had injuries. But because of the defenses on the other side.
And Stafford has pressure to get rid of it, throwing it in the dirt with pressure right in his face. Incomplete. 3rd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a great play by the San Francisco defense. They read the play action, and they were not fooled by it whatsoever, and just went right for Stafford. Now the whole concept is that play action is supposed to have that one of the linebacker there is supposed to bite and tackle the running back, but he didn't bite at all and had a free hit on Stafford.
So 3rd and 7, Stafford, Niners rush 4. Stafford has a first down to Kupp out across midfield and into San Francisco territory, just shy of the 45. There's Cooper Kupp with his first catch of the game, and it goes for a first down.
That's the first time we heard it, Mike, and it's not the last time we're going to hear Cooper Kupp's name. That's a good completion on 3rd down. Mr. Old Reliable, been the best receiver in football this year, stat-wise. Had the triple crown in touchdowns, receptions, and yards. Nobody's debating that he deserves to be the first team All-Pro, and he's just doing his work.
So Stafford on first down now, midfield, dumps it off to Akers, but he gets tackled immediately. Nice open field tackle by the defensive back there on San Francisco. K'Wan Williams for a gain of just about 2.
Yeah, and that one was low. That was a little scary there. Cam Akers, glad that he landed properly on his legs there. But
given especially his Achilles injury early in the season.
No kidding. It's scary to see him get hit low like that. But he got pressured well. But again, the San Francisco front is deadly, and they're going to bring pressure to Stafford all day. But Stafford Stafford eats up the blitz, man. He eats up the blitz because he has receivers that are always open early, like Cooper Kupp and Odell.
Left tackle Andrew Whitworth is also back in the game as Stafford goes play action on second down, completes it in the flat to Higbee as a first down, out across the 35, just shy of the 30. Rams on the move.
Yeah, and there's another name we didn't hear too much about this playoffs. I think we haven't touched on one game, but he's been an essential part of this offense. He's utilized in the red zone very heavily up there with Kupp. He's the other reliable third down man that LA likes to go to.
So first down now for LA. Stafford deep over the middle to Odell Beckham for a first down. It looks like, depending on where they spot it, he really had to thread the needle on that one, but Odell Beckham made a nice catch for first down.
He's complaining about a face mask. I think not only did he get face mask, but I think he got a helmet to the head too. I think he got to have two different calls on him there, but he didn't get either of them. He looks like he's a little mentally shook up about the fact that he didn't get the call there. But nonetheless, great catch by Odell, getting the first down and continue the drive.
Welcome in, user Ivanka here as well. So first and 10 for Stafford and the Rams. Again, they're on the move inside Niners territory at the San Francisco 22 as Stafford lines up under center. Three receivers split out wide. 3 to go on the play clock. Stafford motions Jefferson across the formation, hands it off. And it's a gain of Akers for a first down and more, out across the 10 and into the red zone to set up first and goal from the San Francisco 6. A big run there by Cam Akers.
Yeah, what a player they've been missing all year, Mike. But, man, they are so happy to have him back in these playoffs. He's had some good games since he's been back. My goodness. He finds the hole. He jams through it. He gets past those two. And then he is able to slightly evade that for the one man in open space and get another 5 or 6 yards out of the play because of it. But great run by Akers. Great job by LA. And their play action has San Francisco guessing on every single play now because they are biting. It is, again, and they're going to continue to do this all game. Are they passing it? Are they not? It's hard to tell, and it makes the defense so difficult.
First and goal, they hand it off again to Akers. This time he's slowed up, but escapes the first round of tacklers, but then he gets dropped at the line of scrimmage. Well played there by the San Francisco defense.
Yeah, you can't be perfect all the time, right? He did have a little bit of room to his left. He rolled right instead. I think it was just a lack of vision on that particular play by Akers. Not that he had much on the left-hand side, but he would have had a little bit of positive yards. He had absolutely nowhere to go on the right side. But I think he got blinded out on that. So nonetheless, second and 10. And
second and goal. Yeah, second and goal from the 9-yard line. Stafford takes a snap looking left. Pumps, throws, caught by Higbee. Higbee at the 3, but a great tackle made there by Emmanuel Mosley and his other defensive back partner there. I believe it was Jakarski Tart on the play there to prevent Higbee from going any further. So third and goal coming up from inside the 5.
This was actually very close to an illegal block. You can't go low and high with two different defenders on the same player. But he did come in from the side, so they're not going to call that anytime. Nonetheless, that's why he looked so crazy flying off of it. He looked like a rag doll flying off of that tackle because he had his legs taken out from him and then got smacked while in the air.
We welcome in Valzi to the stream as well as Stafford and the Rams have third and goal. Play clock winding down to 2.
Watch out for Cooper Kupp.
Stafford over the middle, throws it, broken up and intercepted in the end zone. Intercepted. It's returned to the 10, the 20, and just tackled shy of the 25. That was Jimmy Ward with the interception in the end zone. Stafford is looking for possibly a penalty either on him or his receiver, but the Niners take over after intercepting Stafford in the end zone.
Yeah, the pressure caused this pick, Mike. He knows he has to get rid of the ball earlier than he wants to. He throws it just a little behind and a good deflective play by the corner on that play. Great job by Jimmy Warren getting up and getting that ball and giving it a good run back for its money. Unfortunate if you're an LA Ram fan right now because that is an unfortunate way to end a drive that was looking so promising. And again, of course, they're going to be going to Cooper Kupp on that play. It just didn't work this time. I can't blame Kupp on that at all because that ball was not thrown well. But that's all due to the pressure that San Francisco's been causing them, Mike.
K'Wan Williams was the defensive back who tipped that in the air, who made the play on Cooper Kupp. Like you said, the ball was maybe thrown a little bit behind him because of the pressure and just got tipped in the air, which is the last thing you want as an offensive player. And as a defensive player, it's where your eyes light up and are just like, give it to me. And Jimmy Ward snatched it and had a nice return out of that as well.
He did, Mike. He did. And again, heartbreak for LA fans. But the good news is it's just as good as the kickoff. So It's not like they are losing.
But the only difference is you kind of have 7. You have 7 less points than had you kicked it off with 3 less points.
Yeah, I was going to say notably 3 less points. But you're right. You're right. It just the good news is you didn't get taken back for a touchdown. As sometimes how often these tips in the end zone can end up being. So, little cup half full there for LA fans. I'm surprised we haven't heard any of the LA fans or the San Francisco fans getting out in the chat right now. Let's hear y'all in the chat. Who are you cheering on? What colors are you representing today?
Well, I know we have a couple of Rams fans. I don't know if our 49ers fans are here just yet. I think one of them just joined, possibly. I'm not sure. But I know Sidco will probably tune in. And I know that we'll also have maybe Scody, the other Scody, join in, who's a big 49ers fan, who was in our previous chat. We have his brother T-Scott's here. So maybe he's also too nervous to join, which I completely understand. I didn't cast during the Cowboys game a couple weeks ago because I just was really invested in the game, of course. But either way, just look. Niners are going to get the ball back, and they went 3 and out, so they got to figure out what to do on offense. And ultimately, it looked like the Rams are going to get a touchdown out of that drive, or at least a field goal. But now the Niners on offense will probably have a little extra juice, knowing that they could take the lead with this possession. And we welcome back Maverick, who was our one of our awesome guests from the last show as well. Welcome back, Maverick, and the hot seat will be open for you later as well, Maverick. So just give us a shout when you want to join us on the hot seat, and we'll definitely let you on. But the Niners now, we're back as the Niners have first and 10 from the 23-yard line. Garoppolo takes a snap. Goes it deep over the middle. He has a catch across to Ayuk for a first down and a nice gain of 12.
Yeah, that's Ayuk's been the man that's been behind the shadow kind of. He's actually had a very secretly good year. Ooh, I do see that should have been a penalty. Wow, an unnecessary tackle. Oh my goodness, in so many degrees. That was just a terrible hit on Stafford. That looked like targeting to me too. He even hit him with the helmet to the head. Everything. Warner, what a terrible
I think that
play.
Technically could have been called a block in the back on the return at that point. Either way, Niners handed off to.
It could have been called a lot of things.
Or to Mitchell. Yeah. Mitchell gets about 3 or 2. But yeah, just I think at that point that would have been a situation like we saw kind of last week in the Rams-Bucks game, where the penalty with a hit on, I think it was Evans, was after the ball was on the ground, like a dead ball foul, which is, you can argue the stupidity or how good of a rule that is, but I think in that scenario it would have been interception happened, so that's on the return type of thing. But you're right. It
yeah, of course. That wouldn't have turned the ball back over, but that should have been.
Welcome in Jordan G, by the way, to the chat here, or to the cast. Right, as the Rams now on 2nd and 7. Rams crowd the line. Don't bring everyone, though. Garoppolo has time. Gets it off underneath to Mitchell. He gets a first down and more. Out across the 50 and across the 45. Elijah Mitchell setting the Rams up, the 49ers up in Rams territory.
Oh, my goodness. I listened to a podcast, the Fantasy Footballers. They call him Elijah the Missile because, my goodness, look at the speed he gets after he catches this ball. Jimmy gets a quick ball out of him. Actually, he has all the time in the world in the pocket, surprisingly. Gets the ball out to his dump-off man. And look at him turn up there with absolute speed. He got another 5 or 10 yards out of that than the average player would have because that was just nothing but legs, Mike.
Much love right back to you there, Jordan, as the Niners now have their first possession or their first snap in LA territory. Garoppolo motions right, pitches right. Mitchell with a bit of an opening. It closes up, though. Well played by the Rams to stop him for no gain.
That looks like Ramsey got in on that play afterwards and made the tackle. Oh, Eric Weddle. Again, Eric Weddle, yeah. The man that came out of retirement to play in these playoffs because of all the injuries to that LA secondary. All of their number one players completely out. All of their number one safeties out. Their number 1 and number 2, and Jordan Fuller and Taylor Rapp, both out.
And welcome in user VSL Sports as the 49ers have 2nd and 9. Trying to keep track of all 4 teams here today. But yeah, the 49ers have 2nd and 9. Garoppolo will hand it off to left to Mitchell, who gets a nice gain of 4 after he was stopped at the line of scrimmage to set up 3rd and medium.
Yeah, Donald grabbed his legs and did not let go. There was nothing Mitchell could do. You can have all the speed in the world, but if you can't use your legs to move, Mike, you're going straight down to the ground.
Exactly. So, by the way, how does Terry Bradshaw still have money when he keeps giving away like $300,000 every NFL Sunday, which is
not actually
maybe that's how much money he has.
Actually his money.
And that's false advertising. But anyway, Garoppolo and the 49ers have the ball at the 41-yard line on 3rd and 6. Play clock winding down to 4. Garoppolo with pressure coming, gets it off, and it is broken up. Intended for Brendan Ayuk. DJ Reader and company were there to break it up. He was joined by his teammate Williams, and that falls incomplete. 4th down coming up for the 49ers.
Yeah, that was all. That play was made by the pressure in front here. Garoppolo was forced into an errant pass. Miller comes in on the outside here. Oh, not Miller. My apologies. Miller
on the right, Leonard Floyd on the left.
Yeah, sorry, Floyd is what I meant to say. You're right. Floyd comes in here, pressures Garoppolo into an errant throw, a quick throw. Even though the throw wasn't necessarily that bad, it was into double coverage, and there was a very low chance of catching that ball.
So Wisnowski for his second punt of the game will look to pin. Oh no! And that's going to be down possibly inside the 5. Let's see where they spot it. Welcome to Paul Sports Company, by the way. And let's see if down at the 2. So that's where the Rams have to take over at the 2, at their own 2-yard line from the shadow of their own end zone. Let's see if Sheffield did enough. Bless you. If you did enough to keep the ball at. And welcome in Paul P. Lang as well. Let's see if he did enough to keep the ball out of the end zone and in the field of play, and if the ball will be spotted indeed at the 2-yard line.
All right, you ready to take a breath, Mike? That was a long-winded sentence, my brother.
I know.
I feel for
you.
There's
my lovely girlfriend on YouTube saying, "Go Rams."
That one is absolutely played perfectly. The special teams defense of the disarray of Green Bay Packers. Remember what happened last week? Comes up clutch yet again for a nice pin back. We got somebody requesting the mic here. We got somebody requesting the hot seat here, Mike. We got
All Sports Comedy. Let's get him on.
Yeah, let's absolutely get you on here, buddy.
So Paul Sports Comedy. Wait for it.
Waiting for it.
Wait for it. Hey. There he is. Hey, Paul Sports Comedy. How's it going, man? You have a quick minute. Say whatever you got in 1 minute. We got you. We got 50 seconds.
Loud and clear,
it's
brother.
Your show.
Okay, myself, 50 seconds because I can talk quick and I can get my point across. Let's go back to the last game. Can you believe Cincinnati did it? They shocked America. They shocked Kansas City. They shocked Patrick Mahomes. Big Joe Burrow is going to the Super Bowl. I would ask you guys what you think, but hold that back because I only got 30 seconds. You like that? I can talk quick too, boy.
I love it.
Now you guys, with Dawn, where I gotta be quiet, relaxed, and stuff, because I'm a color rep. But on the front end, 15 seconds left. I think the Rams are gonna win this one, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they've got a lot of offense. They got Akers back. They got that little Sonny Michel. They got Tyler Higbee. This is all gonna go. Cooper Cup. They're gonna win this one, and they're gonna be in the Super Bowl with Cincinnati in SoFi Stadium.
I love it,
man. Paul Sports Comedy. That was a great hot seat there, Paul Sports Comedy.
That was so impressive. Wow. Give him a follow,
honestly.
guys. I got to check out his stuff. Yeah. Wow, that was so impressive, Paul Sports. Oh, my goodness. The speed that you ended it right on the dot there, too. That was absolutely incredible. What a great call out there. Thank you for taking the hot seat.
And again, Paul Sports Comedy, come back at halftime and with Maverick as well. Again, whenever you guys want the hot seat, just request it. We'll put you on for a quick minute during the game. 5+ minutes at halftime. Welcome Jay Board as well. And that was my long-winded sentence before because I was calling the game and referring to you and referring to all the people joining. Just welcoming in our wonderful audience for this Sunday night wildcard conference championship game as Akers, or not, Sony Michel this time, carries for no gain on first down. So I'm on a roll. What can I say? But yeah, Paul Sports Comedy, that was great. Give him a follow, and you're more than welcome to join at halftime again. Or anytime during the game, we'll put you back on as you request.
Absolutely, Mike. Again, grab some water, take a couple deep breaths, buddy. Holy.
Yes.
Lots to say.
Sounds good there, Paul Sports Comedy. We'll have you back on.
Yeah, you sound like a really funny guy, man. I absolutely want to check that out. Oh, yeah, that is Tyler Higbee limping off the sideline. That is a huge loss for this LA Rams offense. He is such a dependable man. Oh, my goodness. He looks like
Michelle has a nice run up the middle for a gain of about 8 before being wrestled just across the 10-yard line by Tart.
Tart had to Tart looked like it was a wrestling match with that tackle there. He had to pull him over top of his lying down body there to try to get him to the ground. Use his own momentum against him there. Good job by Tart on the finishing the tackle there. But man, what a great run by Michelle. What a 1-2 punch they got with Michelle and Akers. Man, could you imagine what this LA Rams team would have done in the regular season if they weren't down so many running backs the whole season? My goodness.
So Stafford on 3rd and short is incomplete to Jefferson. There's a flag coming out, though. Looks like he's going to get some contact or the penalty on the face mask there. Looks like the culprit there was number 10 on the 49ers, the defensive back.
Yeah.
No, it's not number 10.
Number 20.
I don't know who that
but
20, yeah.
There's no debate here, Mike.
Ambry
He fully
Thomas.
spun him around here. Look at this. Like, there's nothing he could do there to get there into that ball. That's the defender doesn't even try to argue it because he knows it's a clear call there. He just holds on to him completely. There's no opportunity for Van Jefferson to get to the ball. Easy call. First down.
And a big first down also to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. So now they're out across right around, I'd say right around the 20-yard line. And we'll see what they do here on 1st and 10 out of their own end zone with a little more flexibility, of course.
Yes,
They line up pretty
absolutely.
late with only 8 seconds to go on the play clock. Stafford is under center, again, 11 personnel like Sean McVay and the Rams do so well.
Here, Matt.
And it is a run. Sonny Michel to the left, and he gets about 4 yards. We'll give you that prediction with being right there, Ryan. We'll give you that. We'll give you that.
Well, I mean,
I
think you're a little ahead of me here, so that's why. But I'm going to fast forward just a moment here. Yeah. That was. I think they're sticking to the running on first down play, Mike, and as they should. There no reason. This is a very different ball game than the last one. I think running it and continuing that trickery, the play action is something that Sean McVay is doing so well. And he made Jared Goff look like a good quarterback for a whole 2 years because of that play action. So but with Matt Stafford at the helm, it's so much more impressive.
3 to go on the play clock. Stafford pitches it to Akers, who just got it, and he cuts upfield for a decent gain of about 3 or 4 to set up 3rd and short. But Akers, is he okay? Yeah, he's okay. It looked like he was down and hurt for a sec.
No, he's good. And man, that pitch was a little shaky though. That was a dangerous looking pitch. That could have easily ended up on the ground there. But good job from Cam Akers. Now I'm pulling at you here, Mike.
No.
Good job. I almost said it again. Hilarious. Cam Akers for being able to cradle that ball in and get near the first down marker. Expect a 3rd down play here. Tyler Higbee's one of the targets for you usually see. So Cooper Kupp's the most reliable man you have right now.
And they got Michelle lined up out to wide to the right, although the Rams just took a timeout probably because the play clock was expiring. So they'll get a little extra chance to think about this. Look, you confuse the Las Vegas Raiders with the Oakland Raiders. I confused Sonny Michel, number 25, with Cam Akers, number 23. So it's all good.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's just all bad for our listeners, and that's the case.
Yeah,
but
that's right. Fair enough.
But nonetheless, we have. I want to highlight Slayton right now because Slayton actually had a big play for a touchdown and a huge catch in the conference or the divisional final. See, now I'm doing it too, man. You got me. The divisional finals. So with Higbee out, I would like to see what this kid's got. He isn't a big name yet, so he has to try to rise up and fill that role for Higbee. And he did a great job last week, becoming a factor even with Higbee in the game.
So 3rd and 2, they run the ball to Michel, and he has just enough for the first down, cutting across the line to gain, and that will move the chains for the Rams.
Never rule out a run with Sean McVay. I don't care if it's 3rd and 20. He will happily draw the ball in any given scenario to try to catch the defense off guard and gain good yardage to either make it a 4th and manageable or to get that first down. So never count out the fact that he might run the ball.
So now Stafford under center, again, 3 receivers, split out wide. The Rams use 11 personnel very often. That's 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, 1 tight end. There is another delay on the field. That's the end of the quarter. Already the end of the quarter. I was going to say it was good. This first quarter was dragging on forever, but now all of a sudden it's crept up on me. Still no score after one between the LA Rams and the San Francisco 49ers here in the NFC Championship game in Los Angeles. So we've seen the Rams move the ball pretty well, but turn the ball over. We've seen the Niners struggle to move the ball. So this is going to be probably closer to my version of a slugfest, Ryan. I think we're going to have a bit of a lower scoring NFC West type of slugfest than a AFC. East
I
or
don't think
AFC
it's going to be
South
I don't think
or
it's going to
West,
stay like
whatever.
this for long, Mike. I don't think it's going to stay like this for long. These are both really big play offenses. Where those out of nowhere you score a touchdown on a deep play. They're both very capable of doing so, and I don't think it's going to stay off. They're going to both stay off the scoreboard forever. At least I hope not. But yeah. So blah, blah, blah. I want to go over something cool that Sean McVay does. So,
Yo, by the way, I'm just noticing on YouTube, where are you watching the game from right now?
I'm currently lying on my back. Got to give it a little rest here. Sorry for the YouTubers. I'll give it a
That's
little
all good. That's all good. Yeah. Perfect. Love it.
Yeah. So the Sean McVay, he's a very creative coach, and by running it unexpectedly on third and even sometimes fourth downs. Well, not really much on fourth downs, but on third downs or second downs and long, he enables play action in a way that most coaches don't have the guts to do. Sometimes you go, what was he thinking handing the ball off there? The biggest reason he's doing it isn't necessarily for that game in that moment, but for the long, or not necessarily in that moment, but for the game and the season and just overall how the defenses prepare against him in the long term. But because being unpredictable on when you run the ball makes play action absolutely deadly. We saw it on that one play where they went play action and the defenders didn't bite and put pressure on Matt Stafford right away. But when they bite, Stafford has all the time in the world, and those linebackers take a step in, and that opens up those slant routes and opens up the middle insanely because now the linebackers have to run back to be able to make up for the distance that they lost. And so by just simply making one step inwards, play action is all the difference. And that's what Sean McVay runs it unorthodox manner.
I would say also it's the way they use 11 personnel. Again, the one running back, one tight end formation to just really try to create that balance. See what if the box is loaded, if it's loaded, that if like 8 guys are crowded or at the line of scrimmage to try to stop the run, then you're going to try to pass or play action out of it. If you have them playing deep, then you'll try to run out of it. And like you said, Ryan, they just do a great job at also motioning before the snap. Like we see Jefferson here as Akers carries to the left. He has an opening out across the 35-yard line, close to the 40 for a gain of 7. But that's just one of those things right there. It's like you see motion one way, 11 personnel. You see what the defense is giving you, and you try to attack its weakness with either the run or the pass or the play action pass.
Sorry, I'm just taking a peek at Tyler Higbee here, Mike.
Yeah, Tyler Higbee.
He is grimacing while going out, and it didn't look like anything bad happened to the knee, so it's regardless, it's scary, and they if they want to win this Super Bowl coming up, he could be a huge factor if they make it that far. So all the best to Higbee. Hope he's okay.
Indeed, as Odell takes a quick screen for a first down before being wrestled out of bounds by Thomas and pushed out by Fred Warner. That's either way a first down for the Rams.
Look at Odell flex the muscles right after that. Fred Warner tried to get a nice, what is technically illegal, it is legal, but a really dirty shot on Odell to shoot him to the ground there, and Odell didn't fall and just flexes the muscles after that. Also, everybody and their grandmother thought that they were going to run that ball there, and it was a quick throw to Odell to get the first down. That's Sean McVay for you. You can't predict what he's going to do next. And most coaches, again, you saw me ripping apart.
By the way, sorry, Stafford has time. He has to scramble right. Stafford looking deep, throws it to the right side and out of bounds, just getting it away because the pressure did get to him. Yeah.
And again, like you saw me mocking how what honestly was stupid, still somehow worked, but eventually worked. But just how predictable those first down runs were over Cincinnati. Sean McVay, never. There's nobody in the world that knows what he's about to call except for him and that noggin, because he is just completely unpredictable.
So now in 2nd and 10, let's see how unpredictable he is here. Stafford is empty in the gun. 4 guys rush for the Niners. Quick screen, and that ball came out funny. I don't know if they're calling it a live ball. They are. It's going to be run back for a touchdown by Williams, but I don't think it's going to count because I think that ball is incomplete and going forward.
It's not going to count, but it's. I like the fact that they let this play out.
Yes, I was going to say they did the right thing, letting it play out. And let's see, was it indeed a fumble? His arm was going forward. That should be incomplete, but it could be grounding though. You could argue about it being grounding.
No, it just slips. I mean, yeah, that is an incompletion for to bring up third down. But good job by the refs because it's almost impossible to tell real time if that ball started to slip while he was cocking his arm back. Because if it does start to slip in that motion and then he just pushes the ball forward, that is actually a fumble. But this is clearly an incompletion.
I want to say, though, Ryan, have you noticed that I don't think there have been any penalties in this game yet? And we're in the second quarter. How cool is that?
Right. There definitely should have been a few, but I think you're right, Mike. I don't recall.
I want to welcome in JoJo20, by the way, to our cast and, as part of our wonderful audience. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. There's a PI. True. So now on 3rd and long, Niners being pressured. Stafford has to step up. He evades it. He could get this himself, and he does. First down and more before getting hit from behind, just shy of the 40 into Niners territory. Rams keep the chains moving.
Everybody take a big gasp right before he hits. Make sure he doesn't get up. Okay, he gets up. Okay, thank goodness. But man, that could have been dangerous. But he just took it on stride. And he's the grittiest player in the NFL. Again, everybody. I'm not sure if everybody knows this, but this guy once literally finished the game with a broken arm, and scored the game-winning touchdown too.
This time he throws it complete to Michelle for that lands in front of him. Now it'll be 2nd and 10.
Wait, was it a broken arm or was it a broken leg?
It was a broken collarbone. He broke his left collarbone and finished the game. It's not his throwing shoulder, but still, he finished a game with a broken collarbone in his left throwing shoulder.
And won the game.
And his long throwing shoulder, and won.
Yeah.
He threw a game-winning touchdown pass with a broken collarbone.
Yeah.
Stafford now on 2nd and long, dumps it off over the middle. He has his completion to his backup tight end Slayton for a first down.
Yeah, that's the guy that he has to step up. And I wish I had
Blanton.
Oh, did I say Slayton the whole time? I did say Slayton.
I said
the whole
Slayton.
Time. See, I don't
you
even remember his name
the first
because
time.
This is not a known player. This is not this guy. This is not a guy that's he's the second tight end. He's got a lot of plays. No, nobody had any idea who this guy was coming in. But he's stepping up.
He caught a touchdown. He caught a touchdown in I think against the Cardinals. Remember, in the red zone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had a huge play in the playoffs, but prior to the playoffs, again, this was a no-name guy because Higbee was just an every down. Yeah, I think he had the highest snap percentage of all tight ends.
This time, though, the Niners blowed up. Nick Bosa just absolutely tackles Sony Michel 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage for a big loss on first down.
Yeah, that play was blown up before it even started. Bosa had a beautiful read right off the snap here and completely blows by. Odell was
Ryan, as much as you were praising Sean McVay, exactly, why is Odell Beckham tasked with blocking Nick Bosa?
I don't think it was supposed to be. I think it was a blown block. I think he was supposed to. I think the right tackle was supposed to pick him up.
They go screen to Cup this time. He evades a couple of tackles to the line and then picks up a nice gain of 7 to set up 3rd and more manageable.
He's so deadly. He's so slippery. How does this go for any positive gain, let alone an 8-yard gain or whatever it was? Oh dear, Cam Akers is hurting now too.
Yep. Welcome back, Uzer Doozer, into the chat, by the way. So a bit of look, the Rams are having to deal with some injuries now between Cam Akers. Now also we see Dre Greenlaw is down for the 49ers. So a lot of injuries already so far in this game on both sides of the ball. You hate to see that, and you really hope that both Greenlaw, who's down right now, and then Cam Akers and Tyler Higbee are all okay.
Yeah, and this is playoffs. You can't just suddenly go pick up more people when your guys go down like that. This is just you got your team and you gotta run with it the whole way. And so injuries obviously are always devastating, but they're even a little more devastating in the playoffs. Also, Mike, your microphone's picking up whatever's going on there.
Just so I put the sound up. I wanted to know how much the 49ers fans were making noise and how much it was affecting the LA offense in terms of operating. I wonder how much noise the 49ers fans were making. That's why.
Again, the Rams struggle to fill their own stadium, even on championship home games. It's
I wouldn't say they struggled to fill their stadium. They struggled to fill their stadiums with
their own
fans.
That's what I meant.
But not fill their stadium, period, because you have a full stadium there. It's just that with your own fans.
Yeah. I know with their own fans. It's just.
But also, to be fair, like, it's almost like when you see the Dolphins with, like, I don't know, Tampa Bay fans, Bucks fans in attendance in Miami, or when you have Dolphins fans in attendance in Tampa. Like, it's a cross-state rival. So, well, not a rival for Miami and Tampa, but
I would give you
that. Same state.
I would give you that, Mike, except this happens all the time with LA. This has been a
That
problem
is true.
since they moved to LA from
St.
Oh,
Louis.
I'm already forgetting. Thank you. Wow, it hasn't been that long. I should know that.
I know.
But yeah, since they moved from St. Louis, it's always been like that, and regardless of who the home team, like who the away team is.
It's weird because I still call San Diego. I still call the LA Chargers San Diego sometimes. I still call the Raiders Oakland sometimes, but I never call the Rams the St. Louis Rams. I always get it right with the Rams for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, that is weird. Why did we get 2 LA teams? There was no LA.
Because LA is a big city.
Yeah, I guess. They just,
And also, you only built like a $5 billion stadium for them to play in, so you better, at least they got that right.
Is that how much it costed? My goodness,
like 3.5 or something stupid. Like it basically AT&T Stadium is like 1.4 billion. I know it's like I think 3 times that amount, so like $4 or $5 billion. Anyway, we have a big third down coming up here for Stafford and the Rams. This has been a 7-minute drive thus far. Taking us into 11 minutes to go into the second quarter right now. 3rd and 6 for Stafford and the Rams. Niners bring pressure. Stafford gets it off to the right side. He has Cooper Kupp for the first down out across the 15-yard line into the red zone, setting the Rams up with 1st and 10 at the 11 of San Francisco. And I just want to say real quick, Ryan, we have 1,000 likes, guys. Just thank you so much again Thank you guys for staying with us in this back-to-back cast and back-to-back weekends. And how about the Washington Nationals? Weren't they supposed to stay called the Expos? I agree. Yeah, I know. No, Dad. But yeah, nice play to Cooper Kupp there.
Cooper Kupp, Mr. Reliable. That was actually not an easy catch at all. On the sideline, catching it over the shoulder but low, he was able to, not over the shoulder, under the shoulder, I should say. Catching it, he scoops it up with his 2 hands in a very difficult position to catch that ball with the way your momentum's going. Great catch and play.
And now Stafford gets sacked at the 20-yard line. Buried there by, I think it was Nick Bosa getting his first sack of the game. It was Nick Bosa, indeed, making his presence known. And they take a loss of 5. The Rams do on first down.
Yeah, he's got 15.5 sacks throughout the year. And I don't even think he played all the games, Mike. He was injured. But my goodness, Stafford is going to be under fire a lot. This will not be the last sack he gets. As long as Stafford knows how to hold on to that football nice and tight during those plays. You just have to eat those because it's going to happen. This front line is too nasty to not get sacks throughout the game.
So 2nd and 15 for the Rams, now backed up at the 18-yard line. Still in the red zone, though. They go draw to Sony Michel, but this time the Niners are ready for it. Fred Warner and company hold them for a gain of 2.
I got a big smile, and I'm looking at the camera on YouTube right now with a big smile on my face because what did I say? Sean McVay makes strange play calls like that. You go, why is he?
I was thinking the exact same thing
on 2nd and 15. It's so you don't ever understand what he is thinking, and you cannot predict his play action plays because he does sometimes run it, and the San Francisco was aware of that. Look at the way they played that play. So he does run it on those 2nd and long scenarios, and sometimes on those 3rd and long scenarios, and he catches defenses offside and not offside physically, but off guard.
So 3rd and long, Stafford going for the end zone. Caught by Cooper Kupp for the Rams. Touchdown. What a catch by Cooper Kupp, getting both feet down inbounds. And the Rams strike first. They're up 6-0 with the extra point pending.
Don't you love to see it, Mike? Don't you love to see an offense at work doing what it's done all year? Look at Cooper Kupp just being the best wide receiver in football as he does. He makes it great. Wow, he actually went unblocked there completely. He just ran it straight, ran a post out, and it went right to that pylon. No mistake from the throw from Stafford, putting a beautiful touch over the defender. No chance all the way. Easy 6 points on 3rd and long.
The extra point by Gay is good, and the Rams have a 7-0 lead after the touchdown. And if there's one weakness on this 49ers defense, it is their secondary, and they played a pretty soft zone there. Stafford and Cooper Kupp saw that and took full advantage of it for the first score of the game.
Yeah, San Francisco is such a well-rounded team because you're right. If there is a defense, it's the secondary, but they got the 12th best passing defense in the league too. So that's not
it's their pass rush and defense. That's their front 7. I'd say it's more their front 7 than their secondary.
Passing defense.
Yeah, I know. That's their front 7 because of their ability to create pressure.
Yeah, you're right. It is a cause and effect thing too. You're right. But man, what a great play by Stafford, finding his man, throwing a beautiful pass right over the shoulder of the defender. Cooper Kupp finding separation like he does. I don't think San Francisco expected them to go for the end zone rather than the first down there. Just caught them with their pants down. Cooper Kupp, 6 points, make it 7 with an extra point, and now San Francisco has to answer.
They have to answer indeed after they had their first drive, they went 3-and-out. Their second drive, they got into Rams territory, but they had to settle for a punt as they could not get into field goal range. We've seen a lot of good things from the Rams, the Rams defensive line, because if there's any way that the 49ers can move the football, it's obviously in their running game. They're a very dynamic running game, but they haven't been able to exactly run the football with that much efficiency just yet, or at least in a way that could get them into the end zone. As Eli Mitchell just has 3 carries for 7 yards, by the way. He has 1 reception for 18, but now, so if that defensive line could hold up against the run and force the Niners to be one-dimensional and come after Jimmy Garoppolo with Von Miller and Leonard Floyd and Aaron Donald, then that would be a huge problem for San Francisco.
It would be a bye season. And again, I know it's crazy to say, but I think they have a quarterback problem, even though they're conference finalists. I think they legitimately have a quarterback problem. I think with an elite quarterback at the helm, San Francisco would be right up there as one of the scariest teams in the league. And I know it kind of feels weird to say, well, they made the NFC Championship. Doesn't that by default make them one of the scariest teams in the league? And my answer is not really. Not really. They came in as the 6th seed. They have played a couple of amazing games, and they've proven that they should stay in this playoffs by beating 2 unbelievable teams, two huge upsets. I'll give them credit where it's due there. But that doesn't mean they're necessarily one of the best teams in football when it comes down to a roster. They're very dynamic. They've gone to deal with trickery and with special teams hilariously, and just a well-rounded football team altogether. But in order for them to take that next step, in my opinion, they can't be Jimmy G. It's cool to eat my words and watch Jimmy G go to the Super Bowl win, but I just don't think they have the ability to do it while he's at the helm. I think we're going to see why these coming drives.
So either way, the kick by Gay goes into the end zone. As you look at the replay again here, where that was just poorly executed zone coverage. I think, they're just showing how one route by Sony Michel's run underneath, and then Cooper Kupp just forced the left corner to be on an island to defend 2 receivers, and that's obviously impossible unless you're, Spider-Man. So
the safety also, the target was laid on his jump to the hell. His read to Cooper Kupp. He had to anticipate that read a little bit better. He was just the reaction time was not there, and he wasn't able to get there because of it.
So 1st and 10 for the 49ers at their own 25 after the touchback. Juszczyk motions to the left. Again, Juszczyk is a fullback, running back, receiver, tight end, everything. Garoppolo off play action goes to Deebo Samuel for a short play, but he's tackled immediately by DJ Reader after a gain of 2.
Yeah, this is a great play by I think it was Aaron Donald on the left side there. Just getting his hands up, trying to slow down the play. He does slow it down a little bit, and that was enough to get his secondary to crash in on the receiver and not give him any yards to do.
Yeah, it was Troy Reader, by the way, not DJ Reader. I think DJ Reader is on the Bengals, but Troy Reader with the nice tackle after only a 2-yard gain.
Can we have some brothers playing against each other in the Super Bowl yet again?
Maybe. Remind me. Oh no, it's not this. It's not the same spelling. As Garoppolo drops back on 2nd and 8, going deep down the left side. He has Ayuk with the catch, and he's still down the sideline. I think he stepped out of bounds, but either way, it's a huge catch by Brandon Ayuk on a nice throw by Jimmy G. And the Niners, they have their biggest play of the game.
Yeah, Ayuk blows by his coverage here. Watch this. Double move inside, makes the separation. Oh, a little bit of hands-on work there nonetheless. And
he could have stayed in bounds and gone to the house.
I know, but that little clip of the legs there knocked him off balance. So great job for Ayuk. Being the number 1 receiver right now in this game so far. We haven't seen a lot of Deebo. But
Deebo's not a receiver, though. Deebo's not a receiver. He's just an everything player. So I consider Ayuk as their number 1 receiver. And I think we should have delay a game here. Yeah, delay a game as they could not get that ball off in time.
Yep, absolutely. They call it a false start, whatever.
Yeah, false start.
It was a delay game. You call it a false start. The only way,
he actually was the only one that wasn't like he was on time. He made sure the ball. He started his play once there was no time left on the clock, so it would have been a far delay game regardless.
So it's going to back them up 5 and set up 1st and 15 for the 49ers, just across midfield.
Never a good feeling after a big play. Just saying, just get that blood boiling through your system after a great play, and then all of a sudden having to step.
So Mitchell carries this time on 1st down for a gain of about 2 or 3 before being stopped right around the 45.
Yeah, a 3-yard gain after the first a 5-yard penalty at 1st down is not what you want at all. 2nd and 13 now. So 2nd and 12, 13.
You're about to see, by the way, you're about to see the biggest meme for the Washington football team, who had Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan and Matt LaFleur all on the same staff at one point, and not a single one of them stayed in the building.
I know. They all look what they've done on their own. Look what they've done on their own.
Yeah. Nope, they kept Jay Gruden instead, but either way. So 2nd and 12, Garoppolo in the empty gun. He goes quickly to Deebo Samuel, who escapes one tackle. He has an opening. He's down the right sideline. He's at the 30, the 20, the 25, 10, 5, and touchdown into the end zone. Deebo Samuel will tie things up for the 49ers, pending the extra point.
We were just talking about him. Look at the LA Ram player, the defender. It was like that, that commercial where you had the fishing rod. He's like, oh, you almost got it. You almost got it. We got the little bill on the other end there. That was him right there. Watch this defender. He's trying to catch up with Deebo. Nobody can catch. 1, 2, 3 times he tried to grab him. He just couldn't get there in time. Oh, he is the 2nd fastest wide receiver in the league behind Tyreek Hill, and he shows off that speed with this.
But
play.
he's not a receiver. Again, he is not a receiver. As the extra point by Robbie Gould is good. He's just a Swiss Army knife. I don't think it's fair to call him a receiver. He plays receiver. He plays running back. He could play fullback, tight end, probably quarterback at some point. Like he does everything on that offense. He plays.
Be charitable. Be charitable with your fellow caller right now. Come on, man. He's a wide receiver. I'm calling a receiver. Whatever.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But either way, Deebo Samuel is one of the most special, probably the most. You know what he is? Deebo Samuel. I'll say this. Deebo Samuel is the Micah Parsons of offense in the NFL.
Oh, there's a Dallas Cowboy player, fan right there. That's the comparison you're going to give it to. That's the comparison you're going to give it. Not the Patrick Mahomes.
I'm saying he's the offensive version of Micah Parsons.
What? It's just such a weird comment to make, man. There's so many other players. These Swiss Army knife style players. Why are you going to Micah?
Because Micah Parsons plays inside. So Deebo Samuel is like a 3rd-year player.
All right.
Deebo Samuel plays receiver. Like we said, he lines up everywhere. Micah Parsons plays on the left defensive end. He plays on the right defensive, left edge, right edge, defensive tackle, off the ball linebacker, off the ball inside linebacker, off the ball outside linebacker, right inside line. Like he plays everywhere. That's why I'm making that comparison.
Also, because you want to get a shout out to your voice.
Well, name me one player who is like anything like Micah Parsons on the defensive side of the ball. For his ability to play every single position and on the defensive side of the ball. And let us know in the chat also. Name us one player on the defensive side of the ball who is like Micah Parsons in terms of his position flex.
Jalen Ramsey.
He plays corner and maybe a little safety, and that's it.
He plays corner safety, and they put them on the line a lot too.
They don't put Jalen Ramsey on the edge. They don't have him rushing on the edge. They have him blitzing. They could have him blitzing, but not on the edge.
He's effectively a defensive end at that point, right? They play him like a defensive end. He has the most, I believe. But if you check out stats on this, but I believe he has the most QB rushes by any safety or secondary player by a mile too. So I would say
that doesn't make him an edge rusher. That makes him an effective blitzer, but that doesn't make him a defensive end.
Could argue the same thing about Micah Parsons then, couldn't you?
Not really, because he lines up at defensive end and at linebacker.
Goodness. Oh, look at the cut on Deebo.
Yeah, that was a big cut. I, by the way, saw. Yeah.
Oh my
Hey, I guess you could say he bleeds red and gold. So no, it was a bad joke. Never mind. But either way, just hope he's okay. He looked like he was okay because he scored a touchdown, or else I would have made that remark. As a nice return by Powell, sort of. I don't know if he made it to 25. Might have made it just shy of the 25 actually. But I wouldn't have made that comment. If Debo didn't just run in for a 40-yard touchdown, but I'm sure he's okay with that.
Yeah. Also, I think it's the way
it's when he fell
on this right arm. Yeah. But just he gave his
right
body up for this
there. Yeah.
He just rips it on the grass there. He gets a big old burn on his arm. This is why a lot of players wear those strips of tape along their elbows and arms because of that exact reason. And I think Debo might start doing that moving forward.
So Cam Akers, by the way, is back in the game, taking the handoff to the left side, but tackled right at the line of scrimmage there by Willis. As by the way, in terms of position flex in baseball, Gary Carter played right field and first base before catching.
Wow, there's way better ones than that. You got
in baseball or in general.
In baseball, you got players that literally play every position except for catcher and pitcher.
Welcome in Max Ringler, by the way, to the cast.
Welcome. Good to hear.
Welcome.
Enjoy the game so far.
Stafford throws to the right side, but incomplete, just short of Cooper Kupp. So 3rd and long coming up, and yes, he was hit as he throws.
He had his man. Oh, Stafford's taking his time getting up after this one. He took a blow and a half. Completely took out the strength of this throw. But again, Stafford, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. He is the grittiest quarterback in the NFL. He gets up every time he's knocked down, man. Again, even if he breaks a bone, he gets up.
Yeah, he took a big hit from Givens from the middle, 300-pound Givens. That's not fun, especially at full speed right there. So 3rd and long coming up. Kevin Givens, he's 6'1", 285 pounds. So play clock down at 4 now for Stafford and the Rams.
Watch out for Odell on this play.
A little bit of confusion. They get the ball off. Stafford has to get it out, and he hits Odell. There you go. Over the middle for a first down. He wasn't quite at the bottom there, but he was lined up at the bottom out of that formation, and he gets a big first down for the Rams.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I saw the one-on-one coverage with Odell versus Mosley.
Emmanuel Mosley.
Left side there. That's a perfect recipe on 3rd down. That's going to be your man that you're going to every single time with that. And so I'm calling that 2 for 2 on predictions. I'll
give you that.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, great play by Stafford finding his man. Great play by Odell finding separation, getting the ground, making that first down catch.
So Rams on the move, 1st and 10 from just shy of the 40. Akers carries over the left side through a big hole and a nice gain of 9 just across midfield.
Yeah, what a great play. He was able to weave his way. It was like he twisted his hips a couple different times there to try to shift his momentum, which way he was going. Lost his balance a little bit at the end, letting himself get tackled. But you can't blame him after the amount of tacklers he dodged there. Great job by Akers getting a big play on 1st down. Now, Mike, this is where I think of Sean McVay. You do play action, you go for a deep play. This is my 3rd prediction of the game right here.
All right, let's see if you can make it 3 for 3.
You go for a nice dagger.
So Cooper Kupp in motion. They hand it off instead to Akers, and he has enough for the first down. I was just about to say how Akers has played with he has just so much explosiveness in terms of hitting that hole. He doesn't have the most efficient running stats, but he gives a little extra juice to that LA offense when he's in there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he does. And you know what? I gotta stop predicting what LA is gonna do because again, Sean McVay, as I've said a million times on this cast already, is the most unpredictable coach in the game.
And they go unpredictably fast. Stafford with a big. Oh no! Cooper Kupp dropped it. Cooper Kupp dropped it. He went quick to the line of scrimmage. Stafford threw a perfect ball to Cooper Kupp, but the All-Pro just could not bring it in. So it's 2nd and 10.
He was looking upfield and he realized he had open space, Mike. This could have been a touchdown. He had nobody in front of him. Oh, sorry, he had 1 minute to beat that with a safety. But Ryan's that guy. That was it, Mike. It was a one-on-one all the way to the house with the slant and the momentum taking him from left to right to be able to beat past that safety. He took a moment to look upfield. And he dropped the ball. Something you do not hear often. That guy has hands of glue. That's a one in a very rare occasion for Cooper Kupp.
So 2nd down for Stafford. Stafford looking left, throws left, and it is this time caught by Cooper Kupp. Should be enough for a first down depending on where they spot it. Maybe just a little shy. So either way, not the most generous spot ever. So 3rd and short coming up.
Well, he caught it before, but he didn't actually go down until he carried his momentum in the air, carried him behind the line of line of game there. But if we talk about how he just made that catch right after that drop, that's Cooper Kupp for you. You move on to the next play, it makes an insanely difficult catch look easy. That ball is incomplete for so many different receivers in this league. Not Cooper Kupp. He has hands of glue. Forget that one play ever happened because he already has.
So 3rd and 1 here from the 38 of San Francisco. The Niners are crowding the line. Rams still run the ball, and Michelle gets the first down and more out across the 40.
That was a full audible right there, Mike. That was a complete and utter audible. Stafford looked at the line, realized he had an open on the outside there, and just said, let's run to the end instead. I think that play was supposed to be up the gut from the start. Read the way the defensive line was playing and made an easy audible for a first down.
Works for a 1st and 10 inside the 40. Now Stafford moving quickly now. Throws it deep down the left side. He has almost a touchdown. No, he could not be caught by Skowronek. Skowronek had a step. He was wide open, but he just dropped a sure touchdown in the end zone.
I have no idea who that guy is, Mike. I haven't heard his name called all year, and I guess that's the reason why. He lost the ball. He could have easily caught this for a touchdown. Just hit him right on the hands. Stafford put it perfectly. There's no excuses on this drop, and he's going to be sitting on the bench the rest of this game most likely because of it.
Just a complete misplay by Ben Skowronek. You already saw the drop by Cooper Kupp previously, but now you see one from Ben Skowronek, who's usually a special teamer, but there he just could not make the most of his opportunity, as this time Akers on 2nd down carries for just about 2 to set up 3rd and kind of long.
Yeah, Skowronek's going to see that play in his sleep because he just had a chance to put his team ahead in the conference championship game.
Yeah, arg indeed from Beham too.
Well, it looks like they got Skowronek back in the game. I think I just saw number 18 on this play. So they Sean McVay, I have a lot of respect for a coach that could put a guy that just dropped the ball right back into the next play to try to get that confidence back under his sleeve. Knows that players are a long-term investment, not just for this game alone. And so I have a lot of respect if he's actually going to put him back in there. But man, it's hard to, especially in the conference finals here.
And we're at the 2-minute warning of the NFC Championship. It is 7-7, perhaps not the offensive flair that we've seen in the AFC Championship, but still a, dare I say, slugfest? My type of slugfest? It's been a bit of a slow, kind of choppy game, but it's been still an interesting game. We saw a couple of the 2 big plays for touchdowns, obviously to Deebo Samuel, and then there was another one earlier to Zuelman and Beham 1. There was the play to Deebo Samuel, and then there was also the big play to Cooper Kupp for the touchdown. So we've seen a couple of big plays turn into touchdowns, but other than that, there have been some missed opportunities. There was a turnover. So it's been like I said, an interesting game that's been choppy but close and decently exciting.
Yeah, you know what? If you look at the stat board too, it's hard to see it. It's hard to justify why it's a tie game because the Rams have 20 minutes to the 49ers 8 minutes possession time. They got 14 downs compared to 4, and 200 yards compared to their 120. 199 yards on the wire compared to 120. And it's a tie game. There's one turnover for the Rams, obviously, and with that tip pass in the end zone. But without that play, suddenly the Rams are looking golden, right? So this even though it's a tie game, it hasn't been overly close when it really comes down to the stat line, but no numbers matter other than the final score.
And by the way, seeing a Patrick Mahomes, Troy Polamalu Head and Shoulders commercial, I just can't help but feel sorry for Patrick Mahomes. How we're just, how he's eliminated from the NFL postseason. Just really hard to believe they will not get the chance at 3 straight Super Bowls. Just, unfortunate for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, but great for Cincinnati and Joe Burrow and the Bengals and all that. But so 2 minutes to go here. We're gonna get I believe a 2nd and about 8 coming out of or 3rd and 7 coming out of the commercial break. 3rd and 8 here for the Rams. We see that's the Prince William, I think, at the game in the front row of one. Anyway, some celebrities. It's LA, so there's obviously a ton of celebrities. Stafford is empty here on 3rd and 8, empty, but he brings back Michelle into the gun right behind him. 3 receivers to the left. Play clock at 8, and Stafford now looks left. Throws it deep down the right side, though, and it is incomplete, broken up by Thomas. You saw the official's hat come up. That means someone stepped out of bounds, perhaps illegally. I think that was Beckham. Either way, it results in a 4th down, and Stafford is limping.
And Mike, that's the only reason it's not pass interference on this play, because that would have been called. But he stepped out of bounds, and the ball was arguably uncatchable, although with Odell on the field, it's hard to argue that ever. Oh, wow. Ooh, he took some awkward hits after this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he is holding on to that back leg, and I don't blame him. We got contorted with that end there. That game was a long field goal attempt.
54 yards. The kick is going to be not even close. Just misses wide right the whole way. So the 49ers will take over essentially on downs after the missed field goal, and they'll have a chance to perhaps now double up on the score with the possession late in the half and the ball to start the second half, third quarter.
Yeah, and that was just a pitiful attempt. It looked like it wasn't even long enough too. Like it looked like it fell down short of the field goal. The field goal bars. Yeah,
the field goal bars, the uprights. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Field goal bars.
I'm running out of juice after we're hitting halftime after this back-to-back cast.
Yeah, but I will tell you, our wonderful audience is running out of juice at 3,000 likes right now. There you go. We're both thinking the same thing.
We got 3,000 likes that just hit here. 21 of you beautiful people are listening in. Mike, that's both casts today that we've had over 20 people. Our averages are going up, and we love it. We're going for more of a base every single time. We appreciate all of you for tuning in. Just thank you so much.
Yes, thank you guys. And also we have 5 people. We have a couple of other people tuning in on YouTube right here, including my lovely girlfriend Taylor, saying that this is going to be a low-scoring game, and I tend to agree with her that it will be a low-scoring game. It's been that way so far. We got Ryan waving to you right there, Taylor. But yeah, I think it's gonna stay a low-scoring game given how these teams it's just I feel like any NFC West rivalry game could be, whether it's on the championship or during the regular season, Thursday night football, Monday night football, whatever the case may be, is always a low-scoring game.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I don't know. I look back to a couple of games, and that doesn't seem the case. But
recently.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, sure. But after all those stats I gave you at halftime, Mike, or like right before the 2-minute warning, after all those stats saying this has actually been a little bit more of a one-sided affair than the score says, San Francisco has the ball.
Yeah, they could take a lead.
An opportunity to take the lead into halftime on the road in LA. So I could say all.
But is it really the road though?
Has been impressive.
Is it really a road on the road for them though? Like I know it's on the road, but it's like
it's literally like a 5-minute drive down the block and
5 hours down I-5. You know.
Yeah, something one of those two. But no, you're right. And San Francisco is obviously a very, very, very supported franchise that will happily travel that distance to support their team. So this doesn't feel like a crazy home field advantage.
It looks like the entire top section is red, by the way.
I know. What a beautiful stadium, though. You're right. I think they sell the nosebleeds intentionally to be away to.
Either way, first and 10 for Garoppolo and the Niners, who it feels like it's been forever since they touched the ball. Deebo Samuel takes the carry to the left side, but this time he gets tackled just 2 yards after the line of scrimmage to set up second and about 8 here with the clock ticking. If you're Kyle Shanahan, how aggressive or not aggressive are you with the clock?
I mean, by the way, the fact that he's not hurrying to the line right now, it looks like he's not being aggressive. Also, Wes Welker is a coach now? That's so cool. I had no idea.
I had no idea either, but yeah, Wes Welker is he's the football coach, wide receiver. He's a football coach with the 49ers.
Right.
I was looking up on Wikipedia.
No. It just showed it. He just showed it.
Yeah.
They just showed Wes Welker on the sideline.
Yeah, no, I saw that too. I just want to confirm. As Garoppolo throws it over the middle. Oh, Deebo Samuel gets blown up by Scott. That's going to be a flag. I agree. That was not clean at all.
He didn't know he wasn't going to catch the ball. I actually don't know if I agree with this call, Mike. He's going in for the hit. Watch. He's going in for the hit. Oh, that's a clean tackle. That is a clean tackle. It just is a huge hit, but that's perfectly clean. He didn't put his head down, didn't leave with the crowd or anything like that. Look.
Ooh,
That is
yeah,
as
Nick.
clean as it
So Nick
gets.
Scott. Yeah, was it a little
is as clean as-
early?
No,
Yeah,
it
like
hit
it's
him in
called.
the hand.
No, but I'm saying Ryan, I agree with you. But I'm saying I'm saying they called that based on result and outcome more than anything.
No, I know. This is an
By the
outcome
way,
one.
and by the way,
Say, did they pick up the flag? They picked up the flag, Mike, and that's the right thing to do.
They did. They did.
Yeah, it's the
And
right
by
thing
the
to
way,
do.
just
It's like-
to acknowledge, I want to acknowledge Max Winkler's comment that LA wanted the Raiders and not the Rams. I think that's from like way before. But yeah, just I think there's definitely a bigger fan base of the Raiders and the 49ers in California than the Rams. At least it feels like. So, but yeah, just on that play, look, it was a clean hit. It was a textbook clean hit, but it was also it was a little like it was a little cheap, just a little cheap. If we're talking about the NFL the way it is today, if we're talking about the NFL 2000, if we're talking about the NFL in 2003, then he got jacked up. But
yeah,
this is the NFL
no, that was
2022. So
that was a textbook clean hit, and it was. I argue that this was at the fault of Garoppolo for leading his receiver into a hit like that. And if Samuel catches the ball and that's the hit, nobody's ever complaining, right? And so good on the refs for getting together and realizing this was a perfectly safe hit. He led with the shoulder. He put it right in the chest. This is the safest way you could tackle a person, or at least according to the NFL, and I think it's actually relatively accurate. And it was just a bone-crushing hit with the momentum of both players going opposite ways. But he was not a defensive receiver. He was going for the ball, and he was just going to break up the play there. This was a perfectly legitimate case of just a strong, clean hit that it might end up in an injury. And if Samuel goes down, what do you do in San Francisco? He's more important than their quarterback. It's like he is their everything on the offense, like we were talking about before. He's the Micah Parsons of offense, if you know what I'm saying. I just thought of that. What do you guys think about that comment? I think it's pretty accurate, eh? He's the Micah Parsons of offense. Yeah.
I don't know why you disagreed with me so outlandishly before.
It was just a funny comment. It was just funny to hear you talk. Just throw the comments in there, but I see what you're trying to say. But yeah, let's just hope Samuel's okay, because if he's not coming back into this game, wow, how much that changes everything. How much that
definitely
changes
is.
San Francisco
He's on the
offense.
sideline. He's standing. He's walking. He's talking. Probably just talking about what just happened, and maybe he's gonna go through a little mini concussion protocol. We'll see. I mean, we'll see.
He looks okay.
Either way, yeah, he looks okay. Either way, it's 3rd and 8 for the Niners, who have not converted on 3rd down in this game thus far. Garoppolo looks left, goes over the middle, caught by Kittle. He has a 1st down, out across the 45, just shy of the 40, and the Niners are on the move with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, Mike. That's the first catch of Kittle of the night, isn't it? He's been targeted twice. He was missed on a wide open one. It could have been a touchdown pass. And that's the first catch of the game for their best receiver besides arguably their most reliable receiver, but not necessarily the most versatile when you got Deebo Samuel on the sideline.
So the Niners just took their second timeout to stop the clock with 48 seconds left.
Yeah, as they should. And now they're just trying to get into field goal range. Obviously, you could try to take a shot down the field, but with your biggest playmaker on the sideline right now, it's a little harder to do that. You just want to get this in field goal and try to get a lead before halftime. And I believe they get the ball back first here too, right? Yes.
The Niners do get the ball back. Yep. And just there's so much red in that crowd. It's pretty. I'd be very disappointed if I'm an LA Rams fan, but either way, yeah, just you can see 14 first downs by the Rams, and the 5 by the 49ers.
Yep. Yeah. It's sad to watch. It is sad to watch, Mike. You were right.
So there's Garoppolo now on 1st and 10. Now with time, has to dump it off to Mitchell. Mitchell with the ways to go. That's not Mitchell. That's actually, I think, Hasty with the catch to get about a 5-yard gain. And now they'll go quickly. 2nd and 4 coming up. They go to the line. Garoppolo right away in the shotgun. Here takes the snap, looking left. Garoppolo gets it off over the middle. Caught by Ayuk. And that could have been a touchdown saving tackle made right there.
That was shoestring one. A shoestring one.
Either way, now the Niners are on the move, and they spiked the ball with one time.
Wow.
They said down. I don't agree with that.
Do you see how fast they did that, though, Mike? I do if your team can do it that. That took 5 seconds for a spike, Mike. Oh, my God. I've never seen it that fast before. That was impressive. Look how fast everybody went to their spot and got set. That was very impressive.
It was also, again, Nick Scott. Nick Scott is the one who made that tackle on Brandon Ayuk that could have just saved a touchdown.
It might have just saved a touchdown, but it might not. It doesn't look like it's going to save 3 points at the end of the game here, or at the end of the half here. But yeah, that was a shoestring tackle, as the announcer's also saying here too, and as I mentioned earlier, and that definitely could have saved a touchdown because you're right. Ayuk with that much speed coming across, I don't know if anybody was going to be able to stop him.
So 20 seconds to go. Garoppolo with time, pocket breaking down. He has to step up and take it himself before Troy Reeder tackles him after a gain of 4. Are they ruling the ball out potentially because Aaron Donald has it?
Mike, that's a clear recovery, and I don't know if he was down first, Mike. I don't know if he was.
Let's see.
Garoppolo also didn't slide here. This was a silly play by him.
No, I'd say that was not a fumble. I think he was down before the ball started popping out.
I want to see one more. It's not when it pops out. It's when it starts to move. It's when it starts to lose possession. It's not when it pops out.
I think the ball. I understand. I did not see the ball move significantly in his grasp before his knee touched the ground.
You might be right. And it looks like they're not. Well, they'll review it if they have to, but. Looks like
they're going to go. Yeah, so 2 seconds left. They're going to probably just be content with kicking the go-ahead field goal and going to the half with the 3-point lead.
Yeah, and like none of the stats agree with this lead right now, but that's not how football works.
Robbie Gould, the kick is up, and it is good. So the Niners have their first lead of the game now, 10-7. And that's the end of the first half with the score 10-7, San Francisco over the LA Rams by a score of 10-7. As we see Jalen Ramsey and Robbie Gould getting into it there. Don't know what sparked that. But yeah, like
Ramsey,
honestly,
hothead.
It all comes down to the interception in the red zone that the Niners forced on the Rams, where Stafford essentially they had 3 easy points and possibly a touchdown there, but they ended up turning the ball over. So now that's what made it an empty possession, and the Niners were able to get the touchdown, now the field goal.
Right. Yeah. Well, good job, San Fran. Good job coming out here and imposing your will on this unbelievable LA team and only holding them to 7 points. Again, there was that red zone turnover. There was the missed field goal. A lot of missed opportunities from LA, but San Francisco also had their missed opportunities and were able to at least cash it on 2 here to take a 1 possession lead.
So it is halftime, but there are a couple of things I want to get to. First of all, my girlfriend says hi. Can't see the score on either side going past 20 points, TBH, with how it's going right now. I kind of agree, although I could see the Rams possibly getting things going and clearing, at least maybe getting 2 more touchdowns possibly. I could see that happening with LA, but I do agree with you though, babe, that 20 points seems like a lot for both these teams right now. And I also do want to acknowledge our audience here on Colorcast that we're over 4,000 likes. So just honestly, guys, again, for a 3rd time in a row, a double header on a wild card or basically NFL playoff Sunday, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying tuned in, and thank you for being an amazing audience halfway through this game, and obviously the previous game, and inevitably through the second half of this game. Hot seat time indeed. So I think we had a couple of people that were interested. Maverick is asking, so we'll get Maverick on. We'll also get Max Ringler, who has joined in the past, and anyone else. The line, now is the time to get on the hot seat.
Well, I hope Paul Sports Comedy holds up his promise that says he'll come back.
Yeah, seriously. But right now we got Maverick on the hot seat right now. How's it going there, Maverick? What are your thoughts on this game so far?
Hey guys, how's it going? I just want to say you guys did a great job with the commentary as well as the color from Mr. Silver.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you, Mav.
For sure. So I think that last 2-minute drive by the 49ers gave us a little window into what they really need to do to win the game. They need to take the reins off of Jimmy Garoppolo and just let him do what he was born to do, and that's throw the ball. I mean, I know it's not what Kyle Shanahan would love to do in a perfect world. He wants to establish the run. But, Sean McVay knows this, and he's going to be guarding against that. He's going to be building supporting defenses to the run. So I think you got to use more George Kittle. George Kittle is one of your best playmakers, along with Deebo Samuel. Obviously, the short passes to Deebo are key. That's how he got the 44-yard touchdown. It's a 0-yard air pass and a 44-yard run by Deebo. So that's going to be working a lot for the 49ers. And then the Rams, to piggyback on what Silver was saying, I think they need to keep
Yep.
Tough to not drop that ball. So I think that's the way I see it playing out for the two teams.
I completely agree there, Maverick. That could be one of those 5 plays that you look at the end of the game. I know, look, we talk about game-changing plays. Any play could be a game-changing play, but definitely Skowronek, he had a touchdown in his lap, but he could not haul it in. But Maverick, again, just thanks for joining on the hot seat. And I just want to understand, like with Garoppolo, I will say this though, he is good at throwing the ball over the middle. He is good throwing the ball over the middle, except maybe when he overthrew Kittle there. But I think that's where his comfort zone is as a passer, is throwing the ball over the seams and over the middle, which is why I agree with you in the sense that Kittle becomes that much more valuable. But also Ayuk and Deebo Samuel in their ability to run slants, and other than that, like you just don't see Garoppolo throw to the outside, like the sidelines that often, except if it's short or on a screen pass, like to Deebo Samuel.
Right, for sure, yeah. I agree. They just need to let him do, comfortable, short, sort of over the middle passes, like you were saying, to either, Kittle or Samuel or whoever it's going to be, and work his way down the field, and then hopefully they can get the end zone.
So how do you think, we're watching highlights of Nick Bosa right now, and also, I don't think like blocking with Odell Beckham is a good idea ever, but how do the Rams, how could they handle the 49ers pass rush a little bit better and be able to make things a little easier for Matt Stafford?
That's tough because Nick Bosa, he's a force, right? He's one of the best pass rushers in the league. Obviously, you put double teams on him, you can try and slow him down, but that's going to leave other spots open on the offensive line. So, it's never going to be perfect. You just got to maybe put a two running backs back there for max protection if it's really becoming a problem for the 49ers pass rush. But I think Matt Stafford is a good enough quarterback that when he sets pressure, he's either going to throw it away or throw it to the receiver.
Yeah, I totally agree, Maverick. You got 90 seconds to go here. So what are your predictions for this second half? Who walks away with the win? Obviously, the Niners have a 10-7 lead, and they get the ball to start the second half. But do they keep the lead? Do they increase the lead? Or do the Rams come to life a little bit more on offense and start turning these yards and explosive plays into touchdowns?
So the 49ers start with the ball, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I do see them. I think they have a good chance of taking the ball all the way for a touchdown and making it a 10-point game. And then I see the response from the Rams opening up that deep shot to try and score quick to make the score a little more close, a little bit closer. So that's the way I see it playing out this early in the second half.
Yeah, and don't sleep on Van Jefferson, everybody. He has been the guy that will try to help. He's always been that third threat. That third deep threat that is used a lot and has known to catch that deep ball when nobody's expecting it. So don't sleep on Van Jefferson when all the focus is going to be on Odell and Cooper Kupp on the receiving core.
Yeah, well, again, Maverick, just want to say a huge thank you once again for joining the hot seat, and a thank you for tuning in, and we'll get you on at some point in the game in the second half.
Okay, sounds good, guys. Thanks.
My pleasure. It's Maverick once again.
Appreciate it.
Give him a big follow. We got Sidco. We got 49ers fan Sidco joining in on the stream. Maybe we'll get to hear his thoughts at some point. Max Ringler, if you want let's get Sidco on here because he is as a Niners fan, I can see that. Yes, I definitely want to hear his thoughts as a Niners fan. And there he is, Mr. Mike Sidco. Your Niners are leading 10-7, and if they can somehow hold on to this very thin lead, they'll go to the Super Bowl. You got a minute. Sidco, what do you got for us in a minute on your 49ers?
This lead is so stressing me out. I know it's 10-7, but it's still stressing me out. I know that Tyler Higbee has been out, I think.
Yeah, Tyler Higbee is out.
Got those up and Odell Beckham Jr. Ryan, like you mentioned, Van Jefferson, do not see one on this guy. Cooper Kupp stresses me out so much. He's one of the top receivers in this league. So I just hope the Niners can keep the defense going.
Yeah, I mean, and the Rams were able to just erase deficits late in the game.
So finish up, Sidco, finish it up. Do the Niners pull it up? Yes or no? They pull it off? Yes or no? Well, thank you for joining the hot seat there, Sidco.
But
Yeah, same.
I do still think that the Rams are going to win this game, but there's definitely reason to fear or to be afraid right now if you're the LA Rams. I think they will come back out more explosive in the second half. I think Sean McVay is too good of a coach to let his team fall behind that harsh first. I think Martin's right though. San Francisco might get that score right off the first half kickoff.
I have a question though, Ryan. I have a question, Ryan, and to anyone in the audience.
Answer.
Obviously, you always have an answer, but also to our audience. Like when the Rams wouldn't a Bengals 49ers Super Bowl just feel kind of dirty?
Yeah, I don't want it.
Doesn't that feel like a 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon game in week 2 and not a Super Bowl matchup?
Yes, Mike. I am ruining the concept of a 49ers Bengals Super Bowl.
Obviously, Sidko wants his. Obviously, he wants his 49ers in the Super Bowl against the Bengals right now because he's a 49ers fan. But
it sounds downright awful. I want no part of that.
It just sounds weird. And they also they did play each other this season. The Niners won, I believe, in overtime on a last second play in week 14. I want to say. But yeah, it just feels weird.
Yeah, it would feel weird.
Would be a rematch of Super Bowl. It would be a Super Bowl rematch of Super Bowl 53. That is true. In 1989, that is absolutely true. There, Paul Sports Comedy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I know nothing about that. Nothing about that Super Bowl. I wasn't even a concept when that when that game happened. But
I'm inviting Paul Sports Comedy to the hot seat because he talked about joining us at halftime again, and I want to hear what he has to say. So yeah, he did come back. So he's a man of his word, and we're men of our word. So yeah, Rams versus Bengals does sound better indeed. User Ivanka. You think the Niners beat the Bengals in that matchup? Paul Sports Comedy. Let's hear from you firsthand. Who goes to the Super Bowl from the NFC, and who wins the Super Bowl if it's the Niners or if it's the Rams against the Bengals?
Well, this game by no means. This game is completely up in the air. I'm rooting for the Rams. I'm here in LA right now. I want to see the Rams, but boy, San Francisco is giving them their handful. San Francisco's got the lead. It very well could go down to a final drive, possibly even overtime for this one to be decided.
I think you're right. We might actually somehow have another overtime game and 6 games in a row where it would come down to the final play of the game to decide the winner. How crazy would that be? Wow, that's got to be good for the ratings for NFL right now. Oh my goodness, that's
definitely
exciting football. But yeah, thanks for holding your word there. I was starting to think you weren't going to hold your word and not come back, and I was going to be mad.
You've been on my show, so I want to be on your show. But now again, I am Sports Comedy. So for those that follow my podcast here on the show, because it's the playoffs, the winners go on, the losers go home. So sometimes when the losers go home, we have to flush them away. And earlier today, Kansas City Chiefs lost. So you know what that means, don't you?
You gotta flush them away.
Oh, I love that.
Ryan, who would have thought that someone on the hot seat was going to bring the poop talk into this
joke,
cast?
Yeah, you were missing. I got so mad at Cincinnati's play call, and I called their coach a poo-poo head. And I'm not the only one with the toilet humor today. That's too funny, man. I love that.
Usually Ivanka wants to leave her Chiefs alone. But anyway, yeah, go ahead, Sports Comedy.
That's a big plus because there goes Patrick Mahomes, there goes Travis Kelce, there goes Tyreek Hill, there goes Andy Reid, there goes the whole city of Kansas City. I tell the truth.
Nah, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate for any Kansas City fan. But honestly, a lot of people are rejoicing to not see this dynasty of the Kansas City Chiefs just take it every single year to the Super Bowl. But I don't think anybody before the season started predicted Cincinnati being this good of a team. What are your thoughts on them making the Super Bowl?
I get it. All right. So now there was a big play there in that second quarter. Let's talk about it. You saw Deebo Samuel. He got loved. I mean, loved. And of course, we don't want to see an injury. We hope he's okay. I don't think he's coming back. More so, that was not a penalty.
Not at all.
It was not helmet to helmet. It was not smear
I agree with you. I think it was the right call. I think it was just one that you call based on result, and maybe it was a little bit kind of cheap in today's NFL. I said this before, that if this was 2005, we would be talking about how Deebo Samuel got jacked up. But because it's 2022, we're almost like looking at these big hits, almost like with more of a, that's kind of a dirty play, even if it's a textbook clean hit, slow motion. But by the letter of the law, that is a clean hit and should not have been a penalty. So from that standpoint, I agree with both of y'all.
Yeah, it was 100% not a penalty. I thought they picked it up, but maybe now looking back, they didn't, did they? But on top of that, you're right. It was just that flag didn't go out until Samuel was sitting on the ground in pain. They waited to see if he was going to get up easy. They wouldn't have thrown the flag if he just stood up after that play. That was a perfectly clean hit. You're 100% right on that call there, Paul Sports.
I agree. It was really the reaction to the action.
Yep.
Okay, guys, second half going to kick off.
Yes, real quick. Yeah, before you go. Yeah, what's your are you holding by a prediction that you made at the beginning of the game, or are you changing it? How are you feeling?
Yeah, what's the final score?
I still think they've got the better people. I want to see Samuel win, fortunately, but I think the Rams will pull it out at home here and make their way to the Super Bowl. I think it will be the Rams Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Excellent, right, Paul Sports Comedy. Well, we just kicked off the second half of this NFC Championship game. There will be a return here from Travis Bench, or it's actually Deebo doing the return duties, and he gets leveled at the 15-yard line. Yeah, he is back in the game there, Paul Sports Comedy. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the second half. That is a great sign for the Niners.
Give him a follow, everybody. Give me a follow.
You guys got a good show, a lot of followers. I'm glad to see it, and we'll catch you. Post-game show. Maybe I'll pop up the post-game show.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be here for a bit after
the game.
All right. Thank you so much, brother. Everybody give him a follow. Too. He's a great guy. Lots of fun. Very funny man. All right. I just said everything.
I mean, you better be a funny man. If your name's Paul Sports Comedy, you better be a funny man. So it's, as far as I'm concerned. But the Niners start inside there. Yeah, exactly. So at the 18-yard line, the Niners start the ball. Garoppolo has to scramble right to his right, though. He has time, gets it off. It almost intercepted by Jalen Ramsey, though. He made a break on the ball to Samuel. There's a late hit on Deebo Samuel, but no flag. A lot of things to unpack on that play, but it results in a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Mike, and I was going to say, I think that what's going to cause this game to be the light on the Rams' favor is going to be a terrible decision by Jimmy Garoppolo leading to a turnover. We've seen it every game so far.
That was a no-look pass also.
Yeah, he was trying to do his best Patrick Mahomes impression, but that would have been so funny on the replays if it just ended up being a pick with the no-look pass. That would have been funny as heck. But I think he's going to make a big mistake like he has every game and through a horrible late half or late game interception that's going to give the Rams.
He hands it off to Samuel this time, who gains just about 5 to set up 3rd and about 5 on here for the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm surprised they get him this involved right after. I mean, I guess he's A-okay. I guess he was just winded.
Well, it's after the halftime break also.
No, I know, but if your guy's hurt, it's hard to just force him back into the game with the first 2 snaps. But I think that really all that happened there is he got a little winded. You get hit for a moment, you think you can't breathe. It's a really scary and traumatizing experience, but you give it a second. Yeah, you start breathing, you get to the sideline. Hurts a little bit for the most part, though. You're just perfectly fine at the end of the day. Sucks, but I think that's exactly what happened to Samuel.
So this could be a 1st down or a 3rd and 9 coming up. Let's see if someone moved earlier, if that was offside.
I think that's an offside, Mike. I didn't see any movement on that front line there.
Encroachment.
The center moved his hands or something like that, but yeah, no, there you go.
That's that'll give an automatic 1st down because it was 3rd and 4. So yeah, it was looked like it was the right defensive tackle who just jumped into the neutral zone. It was Gaines who just literally encroached on the.
Yeah.
I might have made up a verb there, encroached, because it was encroachment. But anyway, he encroached on the offensive line.
But somebody look it up for us and let us know in the chat. Is encroached a word? I'm pretty sure it is, Mike.
Yeah, probably. So now we see Juszczyk and Samuel check into the backfield with Garoppolo now. Interesting little formation here. And Garoppolo handles to Samuel, who has a hole over the left side. Has to pull over his own man, and he picks up a nice gain of 9. Jennings got in the way. If Jennings wasn't there, that could have been Samuel could still be running by now.
There are so many different things to unpack in this play, man. The snap was weird. The handoff was weird. The run was weird. It ran into his own man. There was 3 different opportunities for a tackle where they just missed, and then it looked like there was almost going to be a fumble, and it just didn't happen. That was a strange run, man. But
we're also seeing that beef We're also seeing that beef between Ramsey and Robbie Gould is because Robbie Gould was warming up and almost clobbered a Ram with his kick. Nonetheless, first down run here by Elijah Mitchell out across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, Gold has the right to those warm-up kicks. Ramsey's just a hothead that likes to start yelling at people for whatever reason. He's always been that kind of a player. I don't have a lot of respect for him as a person, but he's a great player. So, he is a diva on the defense. He's doing his best Richard Sherman impressions, but he's a little bit more of a jerk.
Yeah, like you said, he is a great player, though. You can't take that away from him.
But man, he's everywhere he goes, he's had issues and drama and just
first down, Garoppolo in trouble, and he will just get the ball off and throw it to the sideline and out of bounds. But he was in trouble. Could that be grounding?
That is absolutely intentional grounding, 100%, Mike. They better. And
they're not throwing the flag. They're not throwing the flag on it though.
Unfathomable. That did not get. He was still in the pocket. There it is. Then they threw it now. Yeah. He was still
That's
in
the right
pocket.
call.
Yeah, he was still in the pocket.
No, they're calling a penalty on Jalen Ramsey. They're calling a penalty on Jalen Ramsey. So that probably overrules the grounding, I guess, because of illegal contact away from or before the pass was thrown.
Yeah,
I don't think that was a bad penalty. That was just
there was no
illegal contact.
What is this call?
That was I don't know what the heck that is. Fresh set of downs for the Niners though, as the result. That was
so strange. You know what it was? Ayuk spun in a way where it looked like he got scooped and grabbed. He just didn't though. It was just like he just spun off the guy funny. That's one of the worst calls I've ever seen.
So Garoppolo dumps it off to Mitchell on 1st and 10. He has a first down out across the 45-yard line and into Rams territory. The Niners with a chance to perhaps get more points on the board here and increase their lead before the Niners have a chance to increase their lead before the Rams take back over.
Yeah, like great play by Mitchell here. But man, I am livid if I'm a Rams fan right now. That should have been an intentional grounding. He should have been back for a huge loss. It should have been 2nd and long. Instead, you get a free first down for legitimately nothing. Nothing happened there. I don't even know if he touched him. Like he got ran into by the wide receiver. Didn't make any illegal contact. He got called for something that wasn't even there. That's just
Mitchell this time gets stopped after a gain of about 1.5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and about 9 or 8 for the 49ers.
Yeah, and the Rams need to stop the run because they can't let San Francisco get this run game developed. And again, they need to put pressure on Garoppolo. Garoppolo is not again, he has a high turnover ratio for a reason. He is not a stud quarterback. So they need to continue to put pressure on Garoppolo if they want to win this game, because it's going to come at the hands of Garoppolo throwing it to the wrong team or putting it on the ground.
We welcome in 49ers fan Scody into the chat. He's probably really nervous right now, just like our friend Sitko, Sylvian's son. We got 3 to go on the play clock here for 2nd and 9, and the 49ers. Garoppolo has to get out of the sack. He throws it away and just gets it out of his grasp as he was in trouble for a sack there. Either way, that time though, Ayuk was in the area.
Wow,
Ayuk was in
him down. Unbelievable.
I don't think they called him down. He did his Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow impression to stay up right there. Either way, gets rid of the ball and gets an incompletion instead of a sack. 3rd and 9 coming up.
It wasn't grounding this time. He did pass it. He did get into the line of game this time. So, wow,
that was impressive.
That reminds me of Eli Manning in the with the helmet catch, where just like he was down and then just wasn't called in the grass, but suddenly got up and was able to play.
3rd and 9, Garoppolo, ball is tipped and almost intercepted, or wasn't really almost intercepted, but still got tipped at the line of scrimmage, falls incomplete. Niners will likely punt.
Yeah, look, that's the stuff that the Rams needed. Like they need to not let this get out of hand after some bad calls and some unfortunate plays. Great job by Aaron Donald pushing through these defenders and getting his hand on the ball. I believe it was Aaron Donald. Oh no, it was Gaines.
No, it was.
My apologies.
Made a couple of big plays there. Greg Gaines.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Mike.
What? Cooper Kupp calls a fair catch just outside the 10.
Oh, I thought you said Greg Gaines as in because he's jacked.
No, I didn't say that. I said Greg Gaines.
Oh, that's his name?
That's his name. Greg Gaines, Ryan. That's his name. Greg Gaines.
Great job.
The same way Matthew Stafford's name is Matthew Stafford, Greg Gaines' name is Greg Gaines.
But you can't Stafford muscle. You can Gaines muscle.
Anyway. Anyway.
Got gains?
I don't know, Ryan. Do you got gains?
No.
I don't know. Does you don't have? No, never mind.
Yeah. Scotty comes in the chat. We got 49
Yeah,
fans that just popped in the chat. How you guys feeling there?
I was gonna say, does Scotty have gains? Do the Niners have gains? Well, they didn't have a lot of gains on that play because they didn't gain enough yards to score a touchdown or kick a field goal.
I'm pointing at the camera right now for all you YouTube fans.
Oh no, I have to see this. So by the way, I have to go back and look at. So Taylor's saying that she can't have the team that beat my Packers win, and I agree. You can't have the team that beat my Cowboys win either. And she's predicting a 17-10 Rams win, but could be way off. I don't think that's a far-fetched prediction at all. I really think that's could be the score there, Tay. So yeah. By the way, somebody is getting giddy because user Ivanka. I forgot what that was about. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, so
I think we're all getting
Rams.
here.
Yeah, I think we're all getting giddy after having
You gotta understand when you breathe
amazing first AFC Championship game.
Yeah, when you talk this much over and over and over again, you get lightheaded.
Whoa, I almost fell backwards in my chair. I almost fell back in my chair.
Yeah, like there you go.
You could have seen that on YouTube. I was leaning back and I almost fell out of the shot.
It's like
That
you're
would've been
getting drunk off of just breathing and talking because the later in the games it gets, the more autopilot my brain starts to go. And I'm sure you might have noticed the difference between our
there
calls
you go.
at the start of the day at the end of the day. I look forward to only calling one game at a time. But even professional commentators, they get breaks during TV commercials. We have to keep
Hey, Ryan, we're not making excuses. We can't make excuses here. Come on. We got our wonderful audience tuning in with us throughout these entire games.
You're right.
I'm not going to make any excuses at all. If they could stay, if they're going to stay with us, we're going to stay with them. So I'm going to not complain about anything and just thank them for over 5,000 likes right now. And I'm going to hope the Rams could do something with this drive as they start at their 11-yard line. Stafford with a quick jet sweep to Cooper Kupp, who cannot get the outside as he is bowled over by Fred Warner and Emmanuel Mosley, who laid the initial contact. Great play there by the Niners defense.
How's Cooper Kupp always on his feet? Man, his center, his just control over his entire body and his center of gravity here. How does he stay on his feet after this hit? That's a professional defensive back laying a full tackle on you, and you just bounce off it. You use the weight of the hit to and the momentum of the transfer momentum with you, and you just let it take you a few yards back to be able to get there. And he actually ended up only making a loss of 1 instead of a loss of 4, which is it's just impressive.
No
It's just
excuses.
impressive.
No excuses indeed, as user Ivanka says. And we welcome in, I think for a second. No, never mind. He was gone. I thought we had Mike Sports Money or something, or Mike's Money something. I thought he was in for a second, but he was.
You're Mike.
Yeah, I'm Mike, and you're
silver, which could be a form of currency. So Mike's Money.
Anyway, all right. This is just too long. This is also it's just also too long of a commercial break because I don't know if there was an injury or something on the field. Why is there a commercial break now?
There was a San Francisco player down. I could not see who it was though, Mike.
Here, I'm gonna go back and check real quick.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna see. Yeah, so it was, I think, number 24. Yeah, Odell Beckham lay a disgusting hit or a disgusting block on, I think it was K'Wan Williams.
Legal or not legal?
I'm going to say borderline legal because it looked like it was a blindside block.
Not good. By the way, earlier today we were talking about leave Odell to block. Actually, Odell's one of the best pass blockers in the league.
Okay, but he can't block Nick Bosa.
Huh?
He can block a DB, but he can't block Nick Bosa.
Sure, but if I'm going to have a wide receiver block Nick Bosa, first would be Larry Fitzgerald, even though he's not in the league anymore.
Or you could just maybe not have a wide receiver block a defensive end.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. But
I think that in itself is fairly obvious.
To do so. Yeah, he's one of the best ones to do it. Because again, Odell might not be this, he might not be as superstar of as a man as we thought he would be in his first year with New York, but he is a very smart football player. Maybe not a smart person, but a smart football player. Okay, no idea. I have no idea how smart he is as a person, but he makes very smart decisions in football games, and I think smart players have a good tendency of being really good blockers. And so he absolutely is one of the better blockers in the league.
Yeah, so again, this is an extended commercial break, and I want to see the replay a little bit more specific. I mean, first of all, we obviously hope K'Wan Williams is okay. That's the first thing that we want to see in these injury situations. But the next thing is we want to see the extent of the hit. We see Williams is on the sideline, seemingly okay, as his helmet's still on, so we assume that.
Trent Williams?
No. K'Wan Williams. Not Trent Williams, not the offensive tackle. But anyway, second down for Stafford and the Rams. Stafford gets it off to the left. He has a first down to Beckham, just across the line to gain. Perfect pass, perfect catch from Stafford to Beckham. That moves the chains.
That's the OL we love to see. Look at this. Look how easy he makes this pass go. Look at this. Gets 2 feet down, catches it, easy, no bobbling whatsoever. Catches it just with the hands. Doesn't even need to use the rest of the body. That's Odell Beckham Jr.'s prime right there, and that's a beautiful play for a first down.
So Stafford will pass it deep over the middle, and it is caught by Odell again at midfield. Still on his feet and not giving up, but Odell Beckham with another huge catch on a first down to set up the Rams just shy of midfield.
Wow, Odell Beckham is really showing his stuff right now. He gets absolutely gang tackled, takes a huge hit from behind, arguably unnecessary hit. And what does he do? Instead of jumping at his, smart choice, but I'll tell you after.
Yeah, so there's a first down catch to Blanton, the tight end, who is just about shy of the first down. Nice 9-yard gain, setting up second and short. But also, Emmanuel Mosley was playing really soft on Odell Beckham those last 2 plays.
He absolutely was. But regardless, Beckham, best part of that catch there with Beckham was not jumping up and starting yelling at the defenders, and he instead got jacked up and looked towards his own sideline and got his team jacked up. That's how you.
And I will say that's the maturity of Odell Beckham as well, because 2016 or 2015 Odell Beckham would have tried to march all over the defender and all that. So I definitely respect Odell Beckham for that. He's grown tremendously in these last couple seasons.
He had the right reason to be angry at the defender there. He ignored them, looked right at the sideline.
Akers takes the second down handoff, and he will not get a first down. He's tackled just shy of the line to gain. So we'll see a third and short come in here, and possibly 4-down territory.
Maybe. But Blanton just sat there and just didn't help push Akers until the very end of that play. If he gets in there earlier and reacts to what's in front of him, there's a fair chance Akers might have been able to push or at least fall down to forwards for that first down. Sean McVay, though, have no idea what's coming up here. You never know if he's going to run or pass it. And that's, again, a great thing for offenses and a horrible thing for defenses to have to deal with.
So 3rd and 1, they start out empty, but then obviously Stafford goes under center. They could also sneak it because Stafford's really good at sneaking it as a quarterback. Cup motions in and out. Bit of a bad snap. Stafford is in trouble, and he has to eat this one and throw it in the dirt. So a 4th down coming up here for the Rams. That play looked like it was doomed from the get-go.
Yeah, I mean, there were so many different options on this route, and none of them were open. Great job from San Francisco, not falling for this play action at all and sticking with every single man. Unbelievable job. Right here, that play action, nobody bid on it whatsoever. Great job on 93 there, getting into Stafford's face and not getting him an option to get it down the field here. 4th down.
So the Rams will go for it. Yes, they will go for it on 4th down with 10 to go on the play clock. Stafford again, really good at sneaking it. Will we see a QB sneak here? Niners look like they're prepping for it. Stafford is going to sneak it, and he is very, very close to the line to gain. I don't know if he got it. I honestly don't know if he got it.
That far lines judge has a very generous spot, and that close lines judge does not whatsoever. So we'll see what they decide, which one they go with. Oh my goodness, this is going to come down to chain links, Mike, if that's the spot there. And I think that's a fair spot to give it to. I have no idea if this is going to be a first down or not. This is just going to come down to where the, literally if it's a chain link or not shy or not. This is going to be a very close one, Mike.
So my question to you and our question to our audience also, was that 4th and short enough to go for the QB sneak?
Absolutely. I think the spot might actually still be generous, and this is the best. This is the best chance we have here.
It is a. Let's see.
Oh my goodness! This is going to come so close.
Short. It is short of the line to gain, so the Niners will take over on downs. And Sean McVay has the challenge flag in his hand. You see the Niners fans going crazy at SoFi Stadium.
there's no way he could throw.
This is going to be a tough play to challenge here because I don't know what, if anything, would be distinctive. He's got it in his hands right here. This is the second half, so obviously if he doesn't get it, he loses a timeout.
No, he can't throw. He's going to put that back in his pocket. He knows he can't throw. He's fighting every urge to throw this flag right now, but he knows it's not the right call. He's not going to get this call overturned. He's trying to justify it in his own head right now, but he has to know that was not a first down game. If it was, it came from the inch, like the most millimeter of millimeters, but you're not going to get overturned regardless. He has to be smart here, keep that flag in his pocket, and just bite the fact that he wasn't able to convert on that down. So after an unbelievable drive from their starting in their own 10-yard line, they fall flat at the 40. And
well, my question is like, should you have just run the ball on 3rd and 1? Like, just run the ball twice instead of start all this fancy trickery. I mean, I know they're going for it on 4th down anyway, but
Sean McVay's good with it though. Like that, it works with Sean McVay. That's the whole point of his offense.
but
you just don't know, and they didn't bite this time.
But you have 2 chances to pick up 1 yard. It's not about trying to move the ball 20 yards or 30 yards or even into the end zone on those 2 plays. Just 1 yard.
And all of a sudden it's 4th and 3 instead.
Okay, but at least you ran the ball. You didn't try to outsmart yourself or outthink yourself. Like in that case, I always say, if it's 3rd and 1 or 4th and if it's 3rd and short, and you cannot pick up the 1 yard you need by running the ball twice, you just have to tip your hat to your defense or to the other team's defense. You just got to give it to them because they made a great play.
Because they did, like, that's just assuming that the best thing to happen is a first down. When you throw it on 3rd down and short like that, the best thing that happens is a touchdown.
Well, yeah, it's the best thing to happen. The best thing that happens is a touchdown. But in that situation, it's not 2nd and 1, it's 3rd and 1. So pick up the first down.
Yeah, I don't know if I can agree.
What are you thinking in the chat? Do you want the first down or do you want the obviously you want the touchdown? But what are you aiming for? Are you aiming to move the ball and pick up a lot of yardage on 3rd and 1, or are you trying to just pick up the first down?
It's a tight one. Like I don't think I can agree with you, but I do understand your argument here. I like if they ran it twice, I also wouldn't have had a problem with that at all. But again, it just sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't, and the fact that your defense doesn't, the opposing defense doesn't know, and there's no consistency with Sean McVay's play calling, makes it more effective than usual. But this time it didn't work.
Yeah, just a very interesting scenario there for the Rams. Again, turn the ball over. User Ivanka goes with me. Again, let's see. So the Rams did actually challenge.
Oh, that's a terrible challenge from Sean.
And the call stands. Yeah, so they lose the challenge. They lose the timeout.
Bad coaching. Terrible.
I wouldn't say bad coaching, just more desperate coaching than bad coaching.
It's too far for desperation at this point in the game, though. That's a terrible decision. This ball is clearly unclear. There's no way in any shape or atmosphere that this ball is going to be overturned. Bad challenge by LA. Very silly. I can't fathom they challenged that play. That's just so silly. Terrible.
So 49ers, they'll get the ball at their own 42-yard line with a chance to, again, maybe go up by 2 scores here, maybe kick a field goal. Garoppolo with 2 men in the backfield hands it off to Samuel, who gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Still fighting his way, and the Niners still can't bring him down, or the Rams still can't bring him down. Ashawn Robinson led the way for the tackle there, but Samuel, not much room there.
No one run at all. And again, the Rams need to have some shut down defense from here on forward. They are trailing. There's still plenty of time left
just
clock. But
a couple of comments. I personally would have run it on 3rd down. If you don't get it, punt on 4th down. Game is too close, and there's too much time left in this game to risk giving San Francisco this field position. I agree. I agree with running the ball. I don't agree with the punting the football though. At that point,
there's no chance.
Samuel this time breaks off. Yeah, he was almost tackled behind the line of scrimmage, but he breaks forth for a gain of 5.
Donald?
Pretty much.
Break off a tackle of Aaron Donald. That is just unheard of. My goodness, the speed of this man. How do you break a tackle from Aaron Donald? Well, be so fast that he couldn't get his arms around you. That's how. My goodness, what a play. What a play.
So 3rd and 5, they did manage to tackle him short of the line to gain, though, as now the Rams fans are trying to answer the 49ers fans. This feels like it's a college atmosphere here in LA. So it's a 3rd and 5. Garoppolo takes a snap. Rams bring pressure. Garoppolo gets it off. It is caught by Ayuk for a first down into Rams territory across the 40.
That's a great grab by Brandon Ayuk. Absolutely stepping up here tonight. Again, I've said this 3 times, but never gone into detail. Brandon Ayuk has been living in Samuel's shadow this year. He had a great season last year when Samuel went down. A lot of people were looking to him to maybe step as the number 1 back this year. He did not do so. Wide receiver. He did not do so, but he still had an amazing campaign, and people seem to forget that. It's just hard to compare with Deebo's numbers. Ayuk still had 48 yards a game in the air with 5 touchdowns, 17 games played. That's a good campaign.
So first down Niners, they run the ball to Mitchell, who gets nothing stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. That will be a loss of about 1 or 2.
Yeah, and LA's sticking on this game script. Force Jimmy to throw the ball. If you lose to Jimmy in the air, well, you somehow didn't beat Jimmy Garoppolo.
You just sucked.
Stafford was
probably. Yeah.
Low, and you never had a chance of winning this game. So best way to win, keep it in the air and stop that run game. They're sticking with the script, and it's still got them well within this game, regardless of the outcome of this drive.
So as you can see there, rushing yards. Rams only have 2 rushing yards this half. Niners have 24. And that's honestly with the score this low scoring and this tight, that's very important and relevant as Garoppolo is emptying the gun. Quick throw to Samuel. He's going to try to break off again. He gets a first down and not that much more, but still very impressive run by Deebo Samuel, who had contact before the marker, but he'll move the chains with a second effort.
Yeah, I love this play call from San Francisco. A screen pass to your absolute stud playmaker. What a job to hold on to the ball with a defensive end grabbing on and still getting yards after that too. Very impressive work from Deebo Samuel. It looks like that hit did not shake up his game whatsoever. He's playing some lights out football, and he's the focal point of this offense as always.
Like, he only had to get around 300-pound left tackle Trent Williams, who was beat on his block or just paving the way for him, and he did. So that's first down for San Fran, and they will hand the ball back to Mitchell, who this time again gets stuffed. So it's the first down running game has not been there really for San Francisco, at least to Mitchell, but obviously to Deebo, it's been, well, there.
Yeah, and they're pulling the same thing that Cincinnati did. They're just running on every first down, and it's not working, and they don't seem to want to change it up. And I don't blame.
I don't think they care to change it up because it's a different game than the earlier game because you're actually able to contain Stafford and the Rams and prevent them from getting points. So now you have the lead. You're moving in field goal range. That's exactly what you want.
Well, yeah, and you want to keep it away from Jimmy Garoppolo throwing it over the middle of the field, which they've been doing. These, if you haven't noticed, it's been all the Rams, the 49ers drives that have been successful so far have involved just screenplays. Yeah,
Garoppolo now over the middle, but nowhere close to Deebo Samuel. He had Eric Weddle streaking in for almost another big hit on him there, and Garoppolo just completely missed. We got third down coming up.
That's a good clip right there, Mike, because I literally just said, you don't want Garoppolo throw it over the middle, and I just threw it over the middle with the only
Hey, that's on our YouTube. That'll be clipped on our YouTube there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And the only guy that had a chance of that ball was the defender. It wasn't even close. He had a guy open, too. He just missed him by a mile. So this is what I'm trying to say. Keep that ball out of Garoppolo's hands as much as possible. When he's throwing the ball, make sure it's a guaranteed pass.
It will be in Garoppolo's hands now on 3rd and 10 with 5 to go on the play clock. Again, ball at the 26-yard line. Rams rush forward. Delayed blitz coming, though. Garoppolo hits his man, Jennings, and he will get the first down after a second effort, rolling backwards. He caught it short, and he had 2 guys on him, but Jennings just pulled the crowd down across the line to gain first down 49ers.
Was it Eric Weddle that just completely whiffed? He just completely whiffed. He went for the strip instead of just hitting the ball before the man before the line to gain and preventing a couple extra yards here. It wasn't Weddle, sorry. It was number 33 here. Look at this. That is terrible tackling.
Nick Scott. Yeah, he just missed. He missed.
What is this? He just completely misses. He just completely misses. That was a guarantee, no way that he would get to that first down marker. Instead, he whiffs on the tackle, and it's a first down from 3rd and Jennings, by the way.
Long drive continues, and this time Mitchell again goes nowhere. The Rams are doing a great job stopping the Niners on first down, but have not had an answer on 2nd and 3rd down on this drive.
I wish I was a head coach or an offensive coordinator. It's just like, again, they run it on first down every time. It has not worked every single time because they just keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's so predictable. And it's so easy to defend against when you're doing it.
They keep picking up first downs. They're bleeding the clock. They're bleeding the clock. They're in field goal range.
Mike, it's the 3rd quarter. It's too early to bleed the clock.
Okay, but it's the 49ers. They're trying to bleed the clock from the first quarter. It's just their game plan.
Getting 0 yards intentionally is never a good thing, Mike. In any scenario,
Well, let's
unless you're
see.
trying to run them the ball.
Garoppolo's emptying the gun on 2nd and long. He throws it to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown by George Kittle.
Wow, there's the man. There's the man that he had to find to make a big difference here. All of a sudden, they're up 10 points or pending the extra point here, and now they got LA Rams on their heels. Now the Rams need to start driving this ball and getting some points on the board because they were not able to stop San Francisco on this drive. My goodness, San Francisco was continuing this miracle campaign, Mike. Wow.
I'm shaking my head on the YouTube camera right now. I'm shaking my head. I mean, that was a great throw and catch by Kittle from Garoppolo, but I hate the 49ers. I just I'm sorry. And the extra point is good.
Oh,
sorry, I strongly dislike the 49ers. I don't think I could say, the 49ers, I just want them to be, I'm tired of watching them in these playoffs.
Yeah,
at least the Bengals are fun.
Garoppolo again, not a good throw, but when your wide receiver's that open, when your superstar is that wide open, man, wow. Just think again, but Mike, what I'm trying to tell you is here, don't go anywhere, guys. It's a 10-point game. Rams are going to score one of these drives, and then suddenly Garoppolo is going to throw that turnover, and then it suddenly is going to be. I mark my words. It's going to happen. Garoppolo's.
Ryan, this is the prediction that we need you to get right in this one. We need you to get this prediction spot on.
Well, unless you're a San Francisco fan, in which case you don't.
Exactly.
Right at all.
And by the way, going way back, Taylor says they should not have challenged that. She agrees with your decision, your past decision to not challenge that before. Yeah.
Loss of a timeout, loss of the challenge for the rest of the game. Just absolutely critical blunder by the coach. Absolutely foolish.
Again, it was an emotional, desperate decision and not a logical decision.
You're the coach. You have to be the most level-headed person on the field above anybody else. You have to be able to make those smart decisions without letting those emotions take over. Sean McVay let the emotions take over. I hate to see that. He's such a good coach. That was a terrible decision by him.
The 49ers win this game, they're winning the Super Bowl.
I mean, the matchup looks good for them if they do, Mike. But again, that just sounds like a boring Super Bowl. I don't want the Cincinnati Bengals versus the 49ers. That sounds horrible. I don't want another Jimmy Garoppolo Super Bowl. That just sounds awful. Awful. Oh, I'm just not.
You know what? Again, I'm going to say this again. If we might be getting ahead of ourselves here because it's a 17-7 game.
Oh,
but if Jimmy Garoppolo,
way too early.
If Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers make it to the Super Bowl, and if you're going to call Tom Brady the GOAT and all that stuff, you better start giving a lot of respect to Garoppolo. You really have to. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
You do.
Absolutely not. No.
So why are team stats all of a sudden true with Garoppolo and not with Tom Brady?
Because Tom Brady's individual stats look impressive. Garoppolo's do not, Mike.
Okay, but Garoppolo is basically the same quarterback that Brady was in his first 3 years in the NFL.
Oh, no.
Especially in the postseason.
So many things wrong with that, man. No, I'm not getting into this. I'm not biting the hook on this one, Mike. No.
Yeah, we still have a whole ball. Yeah, I appreciate you not biting the hook because we got a full game ahead. We have a whole other 2 minutes left in this quarter and another quarter of football left. And I really hope, I know we have a couple of 49ers fans here that I'm personally happy for in Scody and Soviet Son if he's still here. But obviously we'll be happy for them. But is that Jim Harbaugh by the way? Or no, I don't think that's Jim Harbaugh. Never mind.
No, that was
there's just showing celebrities here.
That was an actor.
Jessica
Alba
and the Magic Johnson, who looks heavier than. Yeah.
Oh, a little DiCaprio action in there too. Yeah.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. It's LA, so you're gonna have celebrities either way, and that's why the NFL is gonna be really happy with the Super Bowl in LA.
One of the best actors you'll ever witness to, man, DiCaprio.
He's basically like the Marino of acting. He never won an Emmy. Stafford throws to the right side to Cooper Kupp, complete for a gain of 7.
That was true until he finally did. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was absolutely.
Yeah, sorry. So he did win an Emmy, right?
Oh,
there's a late flag there also. Is that coming? Is that going to move forward by 15 yards?
That's going to be 15 extra yards here from some absolutely unnecessary nonsense from oh my goodness, how do I pronounce his name again?
Aziz Al-Shaair.
Yeah, absolutely silly. And again, he's a very important piece of this defense. He leads the team in tackles with 102 on
Yeah,
the
that was
season.
stupid.
He gets sacks,
That was really
fumbles.
unnecessary.
He creates sacks, he creates fumbles, he creates interceptions. He does everything, but absolutely stupid. What a stupid. What are you doing there, man? What are you doing jumping in after that? Absolutely stupid decision. It was a little bit of a light call. But or is it after the play? Oh, it's the taunting, isn't it? I missed the call. Was it taunting?
Either way, it was stupid. It was stupid
Yeah,
either way. It was a dumb poo-poo head.
The hit wasn't late enough for me to call that, but I'm guessing it was on the taunting, which was the right call.
Only 5 penalties in the game so far, so that's really good to watch in terms of not seeing Carl Sheffers' face a million times in this game like we had in other games. As Michelle carries for a decent carry on first down of a gain of about 3.
Yeah, he squeezed through for a couple extra yards, and that play deserved. Yeah, like there's been the refs have been really keeping the flags in their pocket for the last few games here today, Mike. I noticed that. Also, just letting you know, Mike, you might lose me on YouTube because my phone looks like it's getting close to its last limbs here on the battery.
Bro, you gotta charge it.
I don't.
Gotta plug it in.
I know.
Stafford on 2nd and 8 throws to the left side. It is caught by Cooper Kupp, who spins off one tackle before picking up a first down, and he goes out across into San Francisco territory.
You know what, Mike? There's a chance that LA makes this a 3-point game again before the quarter's even finished. The way
yes,
I
please.
think that they play from behind so well because they're just such an offensively talented team that I think that they're going to come flying out here. I don't know why the clock's still running. What? That was clearly out of bounds. Why is the clock running? What?
Because I think once they retrieve the ball, they continue the clock running from 25 seconds. So
okay,
or from anywhere. Anyways, there's 5 to go, and yeah, I think so. We'll get to that in a second. There's 3 to go on the play clock here. The Rams took their sweet time. Are they going to take another timeout here? They're going to take another timeout here with 19 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Goodness, that is pitiful. That is pitiful. They had enough time still to snap the ball too. That was pitiful though. Oh my goodness! Like Sean McVay's doing the right thing. You have to call the timeout rather than take the penalty. But
how are you so disorganized that you can't line up and
Mike, that's what I was saying about the last game. That's what happens when you have the the other team has the home field advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
San Fran has the home field advantage clearly, so that's what happens. These miscommunications and wasted timeouts on the offense. Yeah, that's a bad timeout take there. And again, still a little confused. I gotta look up the rules on stopping the clock when you go out of bounds. But I'm guessing it's.
I think that's maybe also what they thought is that maybe the play clock started ticking much sooner than they were ready for. But either way,
Yep.
First and 10, Stafford will hand it off, or no, they'll go flea flicker. Stafford will go screen to Blanton. Blanton has space. He's out across first down and more. Tackle across the 20-yard line. There's the flea flicker to Blanton, and that will take us to the end of the third quarter here with the score 17-7 San Francisco, but the Rams are driving, looking to make this a one-possession game.
I love it, Mike. Wow, what an absolutely beautiful play call here for a nice 20-yard game. What a way to end the third quarter and go into the fourth. And while I quickly go use the facilities, I'm going to mute myself, bring somebody on the hot seat for a moment here.
Sounds good. So in this bathroom break, let's see Maverick, Beham. Let's see who else. We'll have maybe Maverick will invite you on the hot seat again while before Ryan comes back here. Put you on for a couple minutes at this commercial break. Right now it's 17-7, and again, I'm really hoping that the Rams could pull off this comeback. What's up, Maverick? So the Rams right now they're down by 10. Will they come back?
You know what? I think it's a good chance it's a 3-point game after this drive by the Rams. I think they can get a touchdown here. They got momentum, and they can make it a close game in the fourth quarter.
I really hope so. How do you see this happening? Again, you got 40 seconds. Again, thank you for joining the hot seat on the short notice there, putting you on the spot. But how's this fourth quarter going to play out?
I think that they're almost in the red zone now. The Rams are, and they can start establishing the run game a little bit more. And that flea flicker they just did. Who does a flea flicker screen pass? I don't think I've ever seen that before in the NFL. And it worked beautifully, right? So. I think you can look at Cooper Kupp now in the end zone, and Odell Beckham's obviously the target. I think they bring it to within 3.
I really hope so too there, Maverick. Again, thanks for joining on the hot seat in this commercial break. We'll get Ryan back shortly from the facilities. Yeah, just everyone again, we're over 8,000 likes. Thank you to our wonderful audience. There he is. There's Ryan Silva, our co-host. That was a perfect exchange of hosts and hot seats right there. As again, Maverick, thank you so much for joining on the hot seat. And yeah, I think that the Rams will punch it into the end zone on this drive, and then the pressure all of a sudden goes back on the 49ers to try to drive down the field and get a touchdown to put the game away. And if they don't, then there's still a chance for the Rams to come back. But yeah, just a lot of, again, doing my little Doctor Strange here and just envisioning all the scenarios of this game, I guess. And either way, it looks like, look, we said it before, we'll say it again. We said it for all the last 5 games. It looks like we're in for another exciting finish.
Absolutely, Mike. And you're right. I love seeing that. Everybody hates blowouts in football. You know, there's been a couple boring Super Bowls because of it. And but this one looks like it's going to be far from the blowout than I expected it to be. And LA has to work some magic here in the fourth quarter. They need to get something on this possession. They cannot settle for anything less than 3 points here. Obviously, the touchdown is what they're looking for. And the way they're driving right now, I don't know if San Francisco is going to be able to stop them pending any turnovers. So look out for Cooper Kupp. Look out for Odell Beckham.
So the Rams are just on the fringe of the red zone on 1st and 10. Stafford will go play action. Stafford will roll right and screen it to Blanton. Blanton again with a nice run. He gets the first down out across now just shy of the 10-yard line. And likely a first and goal, or maybe a first down and 10 just before the 10-yard line.
Just shy. Marking him just shy. I think that's the right call.
I don't like that spot.
No, he did have his knee.
I
actually think he was out a little bit earlier too. Watch, when he gets tackled here, he goes straight down before he starts to lean forward there. I think that's actually the right spot. I think it was actually a really good job by the referee there. That's a hard one to call because it looked otherwise. But
so it's 2nd and 1 for Stafford and the Rams, just again outside the 10. Niners crowding the line of scrimmage. Stafford hands it off, but Michelle goes nowhere. He gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage. So right back where we were on the last Rams possession. Another 3rd and short from just outside the 10-yard line. So 3rd and 1, Stafford is emptying the gun, looking, throwing, and end zone caught by Cooper Kupp for the touchdown. Rams pull within 3, pending the extra point. Of course, it's now 17-13. Stafford to Kupp for 6. So here's Gay for the extra point, and he drills it. It's a 3-point ball game, 17-14. And also, Ryan, if you can get your phone charging, I'd love to get you back onto the YouTube if possible. If there's any other chargers lying around there that you can get your phone up there for. That's all good. Or if you want, we could do as a system where if you can charge at the commercial breaks and then come back for when the game's back on or something. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But yeah, for those on YouTube right now, again, just Ryan is here on Colorcast, so that's just more reason for anyone on YouTube to tune in to Colorcast and download Colorcast to join us on the app if you have an iPhone, of course, if you can. If not, then again, we're still going to stay live here on YouTube for this fourth quarter, and just. I'd love to see you, or to have everyone in our audience here on Colorcast and on YouTube to join in on this, what will be hopefully another exciting finish to this game, and will hopefully be a Rams victory for my sake and for Beham's sake, but obviously not for Scody and not for Sitko or Soviet Sun in the chat there. But yeah, it'll be it's a 3-point game in the fourth quarter, so either way, it will be a interesting finish. 3-point lead.
We have something special for you. Listen to me very carefully. The world is wobbling. What don't you know? I want to speak to your boss. How would you want to be remembered? How am I the bad guy? Get creative and don't miss out on groundbreaking HBO and HBO Max originals. Plans for mobile starting at $9.99.
I'm waiting for it. I'm excited for that interception, honestly, by Garoppolo. Because Stafford, we already saw Stafford with a bit of a, well, that was a bit of a forced interception. I just realized also SoFi is open from the sides. I just realized that. That is really interesting. Yeah. So Gay will kick it off to, I think that's Deebo Samuel. Stays in bounds and he'll have a chance to return, but he gets tackled right away at the 15 by Howell and company. So the Rams made a great play on special teams there to not allow Deebo Samuel any more than a 15-yard return. And he stayed in bounds.
Got off to a 3-5 start and won 9 of 11 since and 3
That was also a great kick by Matt Gay. Like, let's acknowledge that as well, to pin that right in the corner. Perfect kick by Matt Gay. Garoppolo now in 12 personnel, 2 tight ends. Garoppolo will drop back and pass. Not much there. Garoppolo gets it off just in time to Mitchell on the backfield. Is the first down and more out across the 35-yard line. Big play on first down for the Niners. Gains about 25. Go figure, eh? Troy Reader just missed.
Reader's had a tough second half. You got Jerry for a couple first downs on third, and then that time gives up the big play to Mitchell. 21 yards.
So this ball is in the dirt and incomplete because that was a forward pass to Ayuk. That Garoppolo, I don't know if that ball was tipped or what happened there. As we see Aaron Donald yelling things. I honestly could agree with you. When you see Aaron Donald just rallying the troops. So it's 2nd and 10 here. 3 to go on the play clock. Garoppolo, with time running out, has to get it off to Deebo Samuel underneath, who cuts it ahead for a first down and more, just shy of midfield. It feels like it feels like the checkdowns are open for San Francisco on this drive and maybe even before. So 1st and 10, Mitchell now has a big hole over the middle, gains 9, close to a first down. I think just tackled just a little shy for a gain of 9. By George Kittle also just blew that open. So 2nd and 1, Mitchell this time gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 1 or 2. So 3rd and short coming up for the Niners. Nick Scott No, not Nick Scott. Weddle. Eric Weddle. Yes. Niners could also run out of it. There's 5 to go on the play clock. You got Trent Williams motioning right. Juszczyk gets the carry. He gets tackled at the line of scrimmage by Eric Weddle and company. Did that ball even come out? I think it was recovered by Aaron Donald and the Rams. Let's see what the contact or what the ruling is. Either way, Juszczyk was tackled at the line of scrimmage. I think he was called down, and that's going to be 4th and short here for the Niners. And the Niners will punt. They won't go for it. What do you think about this? So Sean McVay's going to challenge this. This is not a turnover. He has a challenge because he used one before. How they used the one challenge before, but is this worth challenging the fumble? And if you get it wrong, you're out of timeouts and out of challenges for the rest of the game. But even Ryan and chat, again, answer us this in the chat. If they get this call right, then what's if you get this call right, you have no more challenges. So anything close from here on for the rest of the game that you want to challenge, you can't challenge it if it's outside of 2 minutes. That's if you get your first 2 challenges right. I think if you get one wrong and one right, you don't get an extra challenge. Okay, so here's the thing. So just the rule for challenges, by the way, both teams in an NFL game start with 2 challenges. Those are the only 2 challenges that the teams get for the duration of the game. If a team uses 2 challenges and successfully wins both, then they are allowed one final challenge. A team can only use a challenge if they have at least 1 timeout remaining. So what this means is that if the Rams, and I think we have a couple of chats here as well, exactly, it's from user YZY something, personally would have run on 3rd down. I think that's from the earlier one. Yeah, so basically need to get both challenges correct to receive a 3rd challenge. Yeah. So it's Sean McVay. So if Sean McVay, even if he gets this right, he's risking not having another challenge for the rest of the game. I understand that he wants to make sure that Kyle Shanahan basically doesn't go for it on 4th down or doesn't get a chance to think about going for it, but they're about to punt it anyway. Yeah. Let's see the ruling here. It stands as called, so McVay loses another challenge, loses another timeout, and now Sean McVay has no more timeouts left in a 3-score game. So that's, in my opinion, not good coaching. That was a bad challenge, plain and simple. That was a stupid, terrible. I think that was even worse than the previous challenge, to be honest. And now Kyle Shanahan is going to go for it. Sean McVay, I don't know what he was thinking. They had the punch unit out there. They could be going for it, but they had the punt unit out there. I agree. Bad coaching decision indeed. Yeah. So now the Rams defense is going to have to make another big stop here. Garoppolo under center. Maybe they're just going to try to draw them off sides. 10 to go on the play clock. Let's see if they even run the play. It could be just trying to draw them off sides. There's 6 to go on the play clock here. They're very stationary on offense. Yeah, it could be just trying to draw them off sides. They do not snap the ball. They'll take the delay game penalty and punt it. You're doing your due diligence to try to pick up the 5 yards. Why not?
That would have been the icing on the cake if they had gotten a new set of downs there. Good job, good discipline up front by the Rams. Good idea.
Oh, they'd be screwed.
Go back to that call, the use check when you put Trent Williams in motion. I like the call. Sometimes good calls and good plays don't work, but I like the idea. Wisnowski.
And Cooper Kupp on the return, we'll just call it fair catch at the 15. So
The 49ers were certainly counted out. The early season headlines, you can read them. Still early, but the 49ers are a team in crisis, bombing and bomb cyclone. 49ers season turning into a washout. Kyle Shanahan has no right answers right now. Kyle Shanahan is massively failing the 49ers, but they've won 9 out of 11. They're leading by 3 with 9:55 left, trying to get back to the Super Bowl. They were there 2 years ago and that lost to the Chiefs. Each time they played the Rams, they had their backs against.
look, either way, with 9:55 to go, it's 17-14 San Fran, and the Rams will take over at their 15-yard line with, again, 9:55 to go. Stafford off play action, looking, throws it deep. Who's he have? It's intercepted. No, it's going to be dropped. Almost intercepted there. No, I can't believe he dropped it. It was Jaquiski Tart who had the ball in his hands and dropped it.
This is the desperation throws that we've seen in each of the 2 games by Matthew Stafford. I don't know if he's injured, but he hasn't had enough arm to really get the ball out. In the 2 prior games when he's tried to, the ball was so bad.
Maybe Stafford didn't get everything that he wanted on it. Either way, second down, Stafford goes deep again. This time he has the catch. Odell Beckham at the 45-yard line, and a late fly coming in because Jimmy Ward seemed to have hit him in the head. So add another 15 yards to that. That's definitely a penalty and a catch, like catch and penalty.
Well, you can mark this down with what should have been an interception, a gift, and now a 30-yard completion plus 15 yards, 45 yards of field position.
Yeah, it was a great catch by Odell Beckham, and then the penalty gives him 15 free yards. To be fair, though, like it's happening at it's a bang play. You're not 100% sure if Odell's gonna come down with that catch. At least that's what maybe Jimmy Ward's thinking. You catch him with the head, but it's still stupid. It's still reckless, though. It's definitely reckless and deserves to be penalized. So yeah. Oh, absolutely. So Michelle gets the handoff, but gets nowhere. Tackled immediately by Tart and Willis and everyone else. Gang tackled at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The rest of this 4th quarter. Oh, it definitely is. You can see it by his body language, and you got defenders going over to him, and yeah, there's no doubt. And he's hoping now that the 49ers trying.
There's a bit of confusion here. The Rams get a quick playoff here. Maybe some confusion on the Niners side. Stafford going deep down the right side. Just overthrows Jefferson, though. And we welcome in Mark also to the stream.
Did not have a pick during the regular season. Doesn't have one in the postseason, and they won't be any easier than that. 3rd down and 10.
It would be long field goal range though. So no, there'll be a screen to Cup with a bit of ways to go for first down. He gets it out across the 30, down at the 25. Nice play by Cooper Kupp on the screen to pick up the first down and more. And now the Rams, they're cooking and moving into San Fran territory. And then the Rams go quick. Stafford going to the end zone for Jefferson. Overthrows him again, though. He had two defenders on him, right on his back, and that falls incomplete.
Receiving yards came in tied with Michael Irvin, your longtime teammate from the 1995 season with 12. Well, and Cooper Kupp hopes his season ends the same way that Michael Irvin's did that year with a Super Bowl trophy. Both Kupp and Beckham over 100 yards receiving in the game. Play clock at 2.
Play clock down to 1. They have no timeouts left. Pressure coming for the Niners. Stafford gets it off. Caught by Beckham. Nice gain on second down. What a catch by Beckham. It was a little high, and that will set up third and short for the Rams.
Yeah, that was pretty tight. Pretty tight. I think the officials were a little lenient on that one, allowing that play to hold. But a big third down right here. And Stafford has to know that he's got 3 in his pocket, and make sure it's clean when he turns it loose. Got 5 catches on third down.
Well, we'll see if they motion them in. If they motion Michel into the backfield, they will motion him as a slot receiver. Stafford will screen it to Michel, but he has a ways to go, and he gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a huge loss on third down, led by Fred Warner and company. I don't agree with that play call, Ryan, personally, but that's going to be fourth down, and not based on results even. I think they're going to have to settle for a field goal here. I hate that play call. I honestly hate that play call. I hate it. I hate that play call. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, so Matt Gay for the field goal, and he drills it. So it's a tie game with 6 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. We have a ball game. This could come down to a final play of the game again. Also, sorry, Ryan, how are you in terms of charging your phone? Are you going to be able to get back on the YouTube, do you think? Okay, sounds good. Yeah, go ahead. I'll stop interrupting you. Go ahead.
Being able to work anywhere is important, especially now. With Windows 11, we all do different things. Mia's is doing illustration.
What's awesome is to be able to combine the fingers and the pen.
Ferdy is doing editing.
It's just so much faster for me to render these clips.
Carlos is doing animations.
We have Snap Tools, and it's so responsive.
We've been working together from pretty much everywhere.
With Windows 11, we're just doing it better.
McCafe Premium Roast Coffee comes from this 100% ethically sourced Arabica bean. It helps protect the rainforest and the animals within it. So coffee lovers can feel good about every rich, smooth, and delicious sip.
Wait, so Ryan, so 2 things here. First of all, thank you to our audience for over 10,000 likes for the second game in a row here on Championship Weekend. But also, guess who just joined our stream, Ryan? 49ers fan, Newsome Sports. Yes, I'm going to invite him on for 1 minute just to give all the energy that he has. His team is about 6 minutes, 50 seconds away from possibly going to the Super Bowl, unless there's overtime, of course, like we've seen those last 2 weeks. But there you go. Newsome Sports. Just honestly, 1 quick minute. Take it away. All you. We're great, bro. We're great. We're great. Probably not as nervous as you, but you go take it away for the next 50 seconds. It's all you, bud. Tart.
Jimmy Garoppolo about to take the field now. Well, here it is, trip to the Super Bowl, and what every kid dreams about. What do you see?
I agree, Newsome Sports. Well, good luck to your 49ers, Newsome Sports. I'm cheering for you, not your Niners, but thank you so much for joining on the hot seat. And again, good luck to you, but not your 49ers. So, yes. Yeah, but Ryan, again, I want to go back to that previous play call in a second here, because first the Niners have 1st and 10 from the 25. Garoppolo looking over the middle. His pass gets batted down or came out weird because I think he took a hit as he threw. Is that a live? No, I don't think it's a live ball, but you're absolutely right. Someone should have picked up the ball just in case. So 2nd and 10 for the Niners here. Again, the play clock winding down under 5 seconds, though. Garoppolo not yet calling for the snap yet. That's a delay of game. That has to be delay of game. Timeout or delay of game. Now that's because I don't understand. Like, why does the clock? The YouTube, let's go. I'll get you back on YouTube. We got Ryan's face coming right back here. There we go, Ryan. Hey, there we go. Hello.
We got some exciting football going on as well. So for all of those YouTubers out there that already know, I'm just realizing I don't have to update you on anything because Mike's been there the whole time. I'm a big dumb idiot. But nonetheless, wow, that was a terrible penalty to take.
You should be an NFL coach, Ryan. But anyway, yeah, 2nd and 15 here. They let the play clock wind down. Now it's winding down again under 4 seconds. Garoppolo finally gets the ball off. Protection is good. Garoppolo, protection runs out. Garoppolo has to scramble. Looking down the field, it is batted up and almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by Eric Weddle. The ball was tipped by Jalen Ramsey, but it falls harmlessly to the ground. Incomplete. 3rd and 15 for the Niners coming up.
Ramsey's upset because Ramsey thinks he should have had this interception, which he
had that interception in his shoulder pad.
That right in the chest, and there's that pass. Remember, I told you Jimmy's going to throw that ridiculously stupid pass. There it was, but for whatever reason, Jalen Ramsey could not come down with it, and he is pissed about it. But nonetheless, this still brings up a 3rd and long here, Mike. Let's see if Rams can get the ball back right after they just tied up the game.
You just see a big old Rams fan just screaming a profanity at the top of his lungs. That was pretty funny to see. But now the play clock winding down again, and the Niners, I think they get the play off and don't call a timeout. I don't know what's happening here. It's like it falls incomplete. Just a lot of weird things happening there because, okay, again, let's just look. Garoppolo wasn't right for the snap. It looked like he was trying to call a timeout. They snapped the ball. They don't give him the timeout. And then the whole offensive line forgot to protect him because they thought that they're going to get the timeout in. So Garoppolo was to scramble for his life and just throw a screen pass, which was ruled incomplete. I don't know. This is a messy play. 4th and 15, and the Niners off.
There are so many things that go wrong in that play. If I'm a San Francisco,
oh my God, that was a comedy of errors.
Yeah, because they've done such a good job to stay in this game, like to take the lead in this game and watch that lead go away. Wow, what a block. That was one of the best blocks I've ever seen. Oh, my goodness. All for a fair catch, so it amounted to nothing. But, man, somebody just...
Hey, at least it wasn't a block in the back.
Taken out. Huh? No, it wasn't. It was right in his face.
Yeah, Rams fans, weigh in on the chat. What's going on?
Yeah, what is going on?
Unless they're too nervous. to Dwayne on the chat, which I don't blame them for, honestly.
It's true. It's true. But the Rams, Ramsey's pissed about this. But honestly, and he should be upset that he didn't get that ball. But the field position is almost identical to where he would have caught the ball.
Hey.
Obviously, he would have had a run back though. But
Ryan, you're gonna kill me right now. But it just hit me that Jalen Ramsey plays on the Rams. Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah. Rams.
Anyway, first down. Michelle gets the carry with a little bit of room, squeaking ahead for a gain of 4. I was trying to get to the call as quickly as I can there, so you don't have to completely make me sound and look stupid, or any stupider than I made myself sound and look. So yeah.
Unbelievable. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I lied. That was helmet to helmet. That was not a clean hit.
So that should have been a penalty, yeah?
Yeah, it should have been a penalty. That was helmet to helmet. I didn't.
Rams dodge a bullet.
I thought he got him in the chest. But yeah. Honestly, this drive could be the game, Mike. Like there is a way that the Rams could just drive it down the field and kick the game-winning field goal with no time on the clock here. They just got to work some magic against the San Francisco defense that does not want to give that opportunity to them.
First, they have to get the ball off. They barely do with zeros on the play clock. Stafford rolls right, the bit of pressure, and he throws it complete to Jefferson. Finally, his first catch of the game, right around the first down marker. I think they're going to spot him. It's a bad spot, short of the lights of game.
What?
That's a terrible spot.
What? You got to give him forward progress. Are you kidding me?
Right. That's a terrible spot. Either way, it's a nice throw and catch by Stafford to Jefferson, but I think they maybe moved it up a little bit. 3rd and 1 coming for the Rams here. Stafford now looking right, throws right, has the catch for a first down to Blanton into San Francisco territory across the 45.
Mike, he is stepping up so big, Blanton, right now. I know he hasn't made any crazy big knock your socks off catches, but he has made I think that's the third down catch he's made so far since coming into the game. He's also made some very really good catches for 10+ yards each. 5 catches, 57 yards for a backup tight end to come in here and make such a difference. Great job by Blanton, and he's taken up a role with one of the guys that has the most snap percentages in the league with Tyler Higbee. He's in there every play. Great job, Blanton, to pick up the slack.
What's up, horns up, as the Rams go for the run to Michelle on first down. He gains about 3 yards on first down, so 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, and the Rams are driving here, and again, that clock keeps ticking here. And if San Francisco has to be careful because they might not have as much time as they hope for at the end of this drive. They might have to start calling timeouts, and Sean McVay is going to hopefully be smart with the time the clock this time. Because
they go quick though. 2nd and 9. Stafford throws it to the left side, caught by Beckham, short of a first down, but he's still up and was fighting maybe for extra yards, but he loses yards with that effort, unfortunately. But either way, 3rd and short coming up for the Rams.
And as I say that, Mike, that goes both ways. If LA can't get any points here, LA might never see the ball again. So they need to get a first down. They're going to go for it on both downs here. I think running it on 3rd down might be a smart call here to try to get that first down, or at least make it 4th and very short to be able to put the defense on their heels. But I don't think they're going to run it. But if I was the coach here, I think I would.
That's still they're kind of in field goal range, but not really. It would be about a 60-yard field goal from where they are, like a 58-yard field goal. Either way, 3rd and short. Stafford, the pressure coming. Stafford gets it off. Caught by Cooper Kupp. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. Dragged down just shy of the 10-yard line to set up the Rams in the red zone.
Oh my goodness, Mike, this catch was unbelievable. I thought there was no chance in any world that this completion was going to be made. Look at where Stafford has to put this ball. He has to put it above the hands. Unbelievable. With the hand in the way, Kupp is able to find the ball, scoop it with one arm, and cradle it in his elbow. That is one of the hardest catches that looks easy to make that you'll ever see. That's a very, very difficult catch to make.
K1 Williams had his hand literally right in that throwing lane, but Stafford fit it right away from it and into the hands of Cooper Kupp. We'll get to your chats in a second. First down for the Rams. Hand off to Michelle, who gets buried, or Akers, I think. But either way, gets buried behind the line of scrimmage for the loss of 1. That was Michelle.
Yeah, and I know they want to click the time off the clock here because if they can't get the touchdown, then suddenly they really need the time off the clock to pressure San Francisco and just have to into a quick drive. But they also they don't want their drive to fall flat here. because they just tried to run the ball and then haven't been able to run the ball all day. So I think they're going to take this to the 2-minute warning here, Mike. Yes, they're absolutely going to do that.
It looks like they will. Clock's going to wind down. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that's a 2-minute warning here. Tie game 17-17. Again, it looks like this game could come down to the last play for the 6th game in a row. This NFC Championship between the San Francisco 49ers and the LA Rams. Once again, just want to say a big thank you to our audience, both on Colorcast and on YouTube. And also thank you for sticking with us while Ryan was a little bit absent, or sticking with me, even though I was quiet for half the time on YouTube, which might have looked stupid, but whatever. Ryan was here the whole time on Colorcast, of course. And just also
I was there
a
in
couple of
spirit.
chats.
I was here.
He was there.
Well,
You're there, just not there on YouTube. You're there on Colorcast, so more than just in spirit. So, just a couple of chats here. Like, this is a family channel. I'm still swearing on how Ramsey didn't get the INT. And yeah, Rams fans weigh in on the chat exactly like that. Like, if Ramsey came down that interception, that would have been huge. But also, it might, dare I say, it might work out in the Rams' favor, because with how they're moving the ball on this offensive possession, I honestly don't hate running the ball. I mean, I know it's 2nd and 11 now, so you're probably trying to throw it and get a touchdown. And that's the priority, of course. But the Niners, they also have all 3 of their timeouts left. And you know what? If the Rams get a touchdown here, I don't mind giving Garoppolo, putting it on Garoppolo and the Niners offense to try to march down the field in a short amount of time for a game-tying touchdown. So
yeah,
we'll
like
see.
it's you could run it on 2 downs here. I don't know. I can't imagine Sean McVay's going to run it more than one more time.
It's not like if the Rams had, like, if the Niners had like 1 timeout left, maybe, but because they have all 3 left.
1 timeout left. It forces them to have 1 timeout left. That's the difference, right? So it's just like,
but it's 2nd and 11 coming out of the 2-minute warning, though. So right now, if you run it twice, like, I guess, but at the same time, what are you really gaining? You know, like, I don't know if you're really gaining that much out of running the ball.
Well, if you get the first down, you're laughing, right? But obviously, you're.
But
right.
if you get stopped at the line of scrimmage, then you're crying.
I just don't think that's what's going to be happening. I think it's going to be. I think they're going to throw it on both cases, but one of them is going to be a screen pass. I think they're going to go for a screen pass to Cup, just like they have before, and it's worked very effectively. And then the other one's just going to be empty tray if that doesn't succeed. I think it's going to be this next play. So that's my prediction, is the next play is going to be a screen pass. And if that doesn't work, you're going to see an empty backfield, and it's just going to be all into Stafford's hands to figure out a way to get it to one of his receivers for the first down. First down's even better than a touchdown here, Mike, right now, because then you could really run the clock all the way down.
Ryan, hang on. You said that for the Chiefs. They got the first down, but they did not get a touchdown.
Yeah, but they don't need a touchdown. They can just run the clock out here. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah, true. They could kick it because, true, the Chiefs needed a touchdown, or they needed at least a field goal to tie it. But here,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, never mind. You're right.
When it's tied, it's
yeah, you're right.
So
you're right.
If you get the
never
first
mind.
down,
I'm the dumb.
As long as you make the kick.
I'm the dumb this time. Yeah, my bad. So first and or 2nd and 11 from the 13-yard line after 2-minute warning. Rams in the gun. Stafford.
No screen. I'm
with
wrong.
Pressure. Gets to him and he gets sacked at the 20-yard line. Nick Bosa teaming up with big number 56 in the middle there. That is Samson Ebukam, and 3rd and long coming up. But the clock does run for the Rams, though.
Yeah, and like this makes it quite clear what you're doing on 3rd down. You're either doing like a pass to your receiver in the backfield, try to make a miracle, or you're just going to run the ball and just take another timeout, kick the field goal, and let the defense go to work here to try to prevent them getting into field goal range. And that's it. And then just as long as you stay out of the end zone, you might see another overtime match, Mike.
I don't know if I can handle it, honestly.
I don't think
we'll handle it either way, but that would be just incredible. It would just be. Is it almost like the NFL is just too exciting for its own good if that happens? We'll see.
I know.
We'll see when we get
Causing
there.
Too many heart attacks.
Yeah, 3rd and 8. 3rd and 18 for the Rams. They do go screen to Cup with a mile to go for a first down. He gets about 8 or 9 up around the 11, and the Niners will likely take a timeout here. They do with 1:49 to go. We'll likely see a go-ahead field goal for the Rams.
Yeah, and then as long as
for the Rams.
Yeah, as long as they make it, that's just that's the game plan now. It's just keep them at a field goal range during the game. Obviously, if you have to, just let them get the field goal. Like in the worst case, they get the field goal. At least you're taking it to overtime. So, we might be seeing prevent defense coming up very soon, right, Mike? Who knows? But there's still a kick to be made here, and then there's still a return to be had, and then it's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo with 1 timeout and 1:49 on the clock to put his team in a position to tie it or potentially win the game.
So here's Matt Gay for a chance to put the Rams back in the lead on a 30-yard attempt. Snap is good. Kick is up, and it is good. The Rams lead by 20
Right down the middle,
to
baby.
17 with the 30-yard attempt. 1:46 to go. Niners still have a timeout left, but they have to get into field goal range to tie it and score a touchdown to win it.
Woo-hoo, man. Oh, my goodness. Are you ready for some football, baby? Because it's still far from over. Again, there's so much time on the clock. But now it's time for Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Donald, Von Miller,
Aaron Darnold,
nasty Jalen Ramsey, and that all-star defensive cast of LA to step up and bring their team to the Super Bowl for the second time in 5 years.
This is way too stressful indeed, Beham, and I'm honestly right there with you. Just the Rams.
This is it.
I think you could trust their defense to make a big stop here, but once again, Kyle Shanahan, just that offensive system, whether it's a weird running play or something, whatever, weird, I don't know. Like, they'll have to likely pass it here because running the ball with 1 timeout left and 1:46 to go won't get you down the field efficiently, but with the Niners, again, and Kyle Shanahan, you never know. So here's Matt Gay to kick this one off for... I think Travis Benjamin, who is back deep to return for the Niners, and he will let it go smartly into the end zone for a touchback, which might be something that, or Deebo Samuel there, but I don't think that you should have kicked into the end zone if you're Matt Gay.
I'm fine with it. I'm perfectly fine with it.
I guess, yeah, because it's not 13 seconds. I guess it's like a minute plus, so yeah, never mind.
Yes,
I guess
this is not the same as Kansas City.
It's not 13 seconds, so yeah, okay. Fair enough. So 1st and 10. Again, Jimmy Garoppolo from the 25-yard line has to get about, let's say, probably 40, 45 yards to make it a makeable field goal for Robbie Gould. Obviously, we're inside, so the kicking conditions are not the same as they were in Green Bay for Robbie Gould as they were last week. Garoppolo on 1st down. Garoppolo gets it out. No, it's batted in the air and almost intercepted off the deflection by Greg Gaines, but it falls to the ground incomplete.
Sorry, Mike. I started doing your job for you there. I would just also enjoyed you on the play call because of how exciting that was. Wow, Brett. Oh, he actually hit him right in the hands. He could have picked it off for the win, but not either way. Making a great stop there. Matthew Stafford. Oh, you can see the emotion running through his course and through his veins, man. Again, getting his first playoff win this year. Same with, man, this could be a tale of 2 similar tales with Cincinnati with the first playoff win in 30 years and Matt Stafford was his first playoff win ever, both going to the Super Bowl on unbelievable
Can the
runs.
defense get them there? Let's see. Again, 2017, Garoppolo with 1:40 to go, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looking, has to check it underneath Jennings. He gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, you
lost
also
him about
can't
3.
do that. Jennings, you have to know better. Just let that ball go out of bounds. You see the defender coming in at you. You have to let that ball go out of bounds there because now you're just wasting clock here, and now you have to hurry to the line instead of being able to take your time for the next play call.
3rd and 13. Garoppolo now with a bit of time. He escapes. Time's running out, though. Donald gets to him, and he sacks him. Garoppolo gets the ball, and it's intercepted.
Oh!
Intercepted! I think that was the same player made Traven Howard who made the play on the previous tackle. It is Traven Howard with the interception that will all but send the LA Rams to the Super Bowl.
Look at Aaron Donald getting all pumped. This is his house, and this is where they're going to be hosting the Super Bowl, baby. Aaron Donald able to put the team on his back in the end there, create unbelievable, unrelenting pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. I can't tell if that was a fumble or he did a desperation throw. Whatever the case was, that's going to be LA's ball, and this game is over. Let's see the small chance.
Indeed.
There is a small chance his knee was down before the ball came out.
Let's see. I don't think so.
No, that's interception.
I don't think.
There's Jimmy Garoppolo.
There's your interception.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
I don't blame him on this one. You are in dire straits and allowing a 4th and like a million getting that ball at least for a couple extra yards for your running back. I don't blame him on this one. The running back should have had the ball. Hasty dropped that ball through his hands. That's the end of the San Francisco season. And Odell Beckham, Matthew Stafford share a good moment on the side here. This is going to be both of their first Super Bowl appearances. That's going to be a lot. Even though this team made the Super Bowl 5 years ago, this is a very different football team. This is Stafford taking a moment to congratulate all his teammates, getting all happy, letting them know it's just time to take a knee and celebrate because LA
There we go. There's one knee.
In your hometown.
Obviously, San Francisco, they'll take a timeout here to force 2 more knees from Matthew Stafford, as I think we see possibly one of his, I think his wife there or something, probably.
That's Matt Stafford's wife. Yes, absolutely.
Who had cancer also at some point. Yeah.
Yes, they've been through so much together, man. It's so happy to see her celebrating on the sideline.
I'm getting emotional, honestly.
Oh, me too, man. Me too. I'm so happy for Stafford. I am so happy for Stafford. Screw Jimmy Garoppolo. Get out of here, man. I don't give a dang about you. Like, you had your chance. You had multiple chances. You're not a good quarterback. Let Stafford have a chance to sign. This guy deserves the opportunity to play in the Super Bowl. He has played his heart out his entire career, Mike. He has played through some nasty injuries. He is the grittiest quarterback in the NFL, like I've said a million times in this cast. That guy's a good person. He's a good Samaritan. His family's been through so much through their lifetimes. I am so beyond happy for the fact that Stafford got traded to this team and is going to go to the Super Bowl. And he has the opportunity to win that Super Bowl title for himself and etch his name in there with the greats because he deserves it. If he can get that title, he absolutely deserves that Hall of Fame appearance. Good job for Stafford.
And Matt Stafford takes the final knee, and the LA Rams are going to the Super Bowl to represent the NFC in their home stadium in back-to-back years. For the first time in the Super Bowl era, we're going to have back-to-back seasons where the home team gets to host the Super Bowl in their home stadium. LA Rams versus Cincinnati Bengals. I'm so excited. This is going to be a fun Super Bowl. Hopefully, it could also be a blowout because maybe also the Bengals will be able to protect Joe Burrow and give up 9 more sacks. But the clock winds down to 0, and it is official. Final score is 20-17, and I don't know about you, Ryan, but I think I'm down to kind of stick around here, both on Colorcast and YouTube, for a little bit more. At least, this game did not come down to a game-winning kick. It did not come down to a game-winning touchdown, but it still came down to a game-sealing interception, as we see a pretty heavy moment between Odell Beckham and Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel's one of those guys who
a lot of respect
on the San Francisco side. He basically willed their way all the way. He willed the Niners.
He is single-handedly the reason they got this far, Mike. He is single-handedly the reason.
And Stafford indeed, thumbs up their links. Great cast, boys. Great day of football once again. Really appreciate it there on number one, Dad. Just again, thank you to our audience. I mean, look, we might not be going away just yet, as we just kind of just digest this entire day of football here. We see Matthew Stafford right now with Aaron Andrews. Definitely want to hear a couple of these questions here.
Those tears are flying for Stafford. You can see him already.
Yeah. I got goosebumps, honestly, for Stafford, man.
Oh, I'm so happy for him and his family, too, Mike. Again,
first year out of Detroit. You go from Detroit, just Detroit. Again, if anyone's from Detroit in the chat, no offense, but it's Detroit.
It's Detroit. And that not just the fan base, but just the place too, man. And just good for me.
Yeah, just it's Detroit.
What
like the cold, the city and the organization from Detroit and the Lions to LA and the Rams. And in that first year, you get to win your first playoff game, you get to win your second playoff game, you get to win your third playoff game, and you get to go to your first Super Bowl. And possibly win your first Super Bowl.
And so honestly beyond deserved. Matt Stafford has played unbelievably through these playoffs. This whole team has. Aaron Donald absolutely deserves to be rejoicing here too. He's a great reason this team is in the position they are in. The whole team came together for this win here. And great job for LA Rams, Sean McVay and his cast. Unbelievable job, deserving to be in the Super Bowl appearance. Again, it's hard to watch Deebo Samuel in tears right now on the sideline because I feel for that guy. That guy was a one-man machine for his team all year. That guy was single-handedly the reason they got to this game, let alone played and competed in this game. Good job, Deebo. I hope that Deebo is going to have the opportunity to be back in the Super Bowl contention someday with San Francisco or not, wherever it is. Because that guy is all-pro talent, and I can't wait to to see what he has for years to come. And for the rest of San Francisco, and for all you San Francisco fans out there, don't worry. Your coach with Kyle Shanahan has absolutely stepped forward and showed that he has what it takes to be a head coach in the NFL. And the team he put together is absolutely incredible. Get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, get a real quarterback in there, and you have a Super Bowl contending team. Because you had every single other piece but quarterback. If you have a quarterback that can make these plays in these clutch situations, you suddenly have a Super Bowl contending team, and you might have been able to beat LA. Don't lose hope. You just hope that Jimmy does not get extended, and that he goes somewhere else in the offseason.
Yeah, and also again, thank you, Beham, too, for the amazing support that you've given us, like not only today but this entire playoff weekend. Thank you to everyone in the audience. Thank you for almost 12,000 likes here. And apologies. Look, now I'll say, look, on a personal level, sorry to Scody. I know it's a tough loss for your 49ers. Sorry to Sitko, Soviet Sun. Sorry to Newsome Sports again. You know, just I'm sad for you guys, but I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm happy that the Niners are out of these playoffs, and we get to see a very exciting matchup between the LA Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl, which again is it could be a blowout, but again, just more. So just I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm just happy that we got to that football. The playoffs are fun this year. They're so much fun this year. Maybe after that first wild card round, but yeah, just you get to see a very entertaining Super Bowl between two players that either way, whether it's Joe Burrow or Matthew Stafford, whoever wins or whichever team wins, they'll be very deserving of it. There'll be plenty of players on both sides that you can root for, that you can be happy for. Whether it's Zach Taylor, whether it's Sean McVay, whether it's Jamar Chase as a rookie, or Odell Beckham, or Cooper Kupp, whether it's Aaron Donald or Von Miller for the second time, Von Miller, whether it's on the Cincinnati side, Trey Hendrickson or Sam Hubbard, all those great players on defense, Cheeto Awuzie, who leaves Dallas all those years and then has a chance to play in the Super Bowl right away in Cincinnati. So just a lot of players you can be happy for on both sidelines.
Absolutely.
And I'm just very
Joe Mixon as well,
this, Joe Mixon, of course, just guy who's been in the league for a long time. So honestly, like I'll be rooting for LA, but ultimately
overcoming all those injuries too, Mike. That's gonna be a storyline.
Like the way they overcame they lost Robert Woods, they lost both their safeties, like you mentioned, although they might be back maybe for the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. But we just hit 12,000 likes also, guys. Just again, thank you so much for everything. I just can't say thank you enough. And again, thank you to those that have tuned in on YouTube as well. This will be a very fun recap that will I might have to edit the some parts of it and repost it. We'll see. But just this has been a phenomenal cast here, and just I'm very. I'm excited for the Super Bowl. I know I'm talking in blabbering loops here after 8 hours, I guess, of casting and without much of a break. But just again, I'm just so happy that even the Cowboys, they couldn't win, but this is one of the best case scenarios that could have happened, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, and I again, like there are so many great storylines to follow in the Super Bowl. I am so beyond happy for Matthew Stafford above any player, above anything else. Matthew Stafford is just one of the most tear-jerking stories to this Super Bowl appearance. But absolutely, you're going to hear about more as the days come along. And also, Mike, this is a great matchup too, because Cincinnati and the Rams are both high-octane passing offenses and both of them have bad passing defenses. So we are in for a treat there.
Now, hang on a second. Don't forget about the three-headed monster of Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, and Aaron Donald in the middle there. And then on the Cincinnati side, Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson and what they've been able to do.
All I could say, Mike, is that 9 sacks. Cincinnati still won. 9 sacks.
That is true.
So, I still think I do believe that LA is going to be the favorite going into the Super Bowl, and I do have them winning early on. I do have them winning the Super Bowl, but I can't rule out what Joe Burrow could do, because after 9 sacks, still finding a way to win a football game is something dang impressive. Very, very impressive.
In the best scenario, so happy place is not in as happy of a place as she would have been if it was a Rams versus Bills Super Bowl. But either way, it's still, you know what? Like I said, just obviously would have wished that. I'm sure you wish the Dolphins were in the playoffs. I wish that my Cowboys had not fell flat on their face against these 49ers, although look how much the Rams had to sweat to beat them. So I guess in hindsight, maybe it's not the worst thing that the Cowboys lost them, but look, again, I honestly am just, again, this is still there's no 49ers, there's no Tom Brady, there's no, I don't know, like I guess, like, I know you're a Dolphins fan and don't hate the Bills because, you know, you have family that is Bills fans, including Happy Place. So maybe I know that maybe you would have been bittersweet. You would have felt bittersweet had the Bills been able to make it to the Super Bowl. But either way, I think this is, and also what I find is really interesting is how as much as we were talking about the Chiefs and the Bills being like the two, you know, the teams that should fight for the death, and I even like had a guy on Twitter, one of the Dallas people I follow on Twitter, basically said that the loser of last week's game should play Cincinnati for the right to play the winner of last week's game in the championship game. And, but either way, I just find it ironic how we thought that those were two surefire Super Bowl winning teams, but look what Cincinnati did to Kansas City today. So,
yeah, no kidding. But regardless, I do like this Super Bowl matchup, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I look forward to having all of you listen in on the Super Bowl because I think there's a very good chance that Mike and I might be in our own little Super Bowl appearance in this broadcast.
Yes, we will keep you posted on that for sure.
Yeah, well, we'll let you all know. But thank you so much for all the support, guys. It's been amazing. I've loved calling these games. It's made this playoff experience a little extra special for me, and I'm sure Mike feels the same way, and I can't appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mike, for these opportunities, and thank you all for listening all this time and all the love and support. So, I think it's just about time to wrap this one up, and
I agree, Ryan. Just give me. Let's just end with your final thoughts, your final opinions, just again to digest what was another really exciting day of football, of championship weekend.
My thoughts?
The NFL postseason. What are your final thoughts? Your final just remarks, questions, comments, anything.
Rather saw Kansas City in the finals, but Cincinnati's still going to be interesting. And all I want to see right now is Matt Stafford give his wife a kiss. I want to see Matt Stafford's wife jump on him the way she does. She has all the energy. She seems like a lovely woman. And I want to see them just embrace each other for a moment because that's something that could bring a tear to the eye after what's happened to her and what they had to go through as a family. It's just so beautiful to see that they have the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm so happy for them.
And also don't forget about Andrew Whitworth, who's like 41 years old and playing left tackle at a decently high level, who's in the shot right there as we watch Terry Bradshaw, Sean McVay. Eric Weddle, he has a chance to go to the Super Bowl as well.
Yeah, he's going to the Super Bowl. Like, I mean, whether he'll play or not, whether the safeties come back or not is one thing, but he'll probably get a few snaps even if he doesn't, if the other ones do come back. And so good for Weddle, too. He had significant plays in this playoff run, too. So.
Well, Ryan, I'm excited again, I said this plenty of times, but I'm excited and I am thankful for everyone that tuned in both on Colorcast and on YouTube here today. We're going to wrap this one up from Ryan Silver, The Silver Lining. I'm Mike Langer, and thank you so much for, again, tuning in all day today to those that did and to those that tuned in to the previous game between the Bengals and the Chiefs and this game, the Rams and the Niners. The Rams beat the Bengals. The Rams beat the 49ers 20-17. The Bengals beat the Chiefs 27-24 in the AFC Championship. And we will definitely be doing the Super Bowl. Hopefully in our own Super Bowl, like Ryan said. Thank you so much, Happy Place. But that is all for us here from Ryan and myself. Thank you so much for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
Stay safe out there, people. Can't wait to see you in the Super Bowl.